Hey, you guys, welcome back to Naughty Love Movement. It's your girl, Nikki, and today I'm bringing opportunities for advertisement on my channel. If anyone is interested, they can email us at naughtylove2020@gmail.com. Our prices are affordable and reasonable, and please reach out to us. We can start our videos with any commercials that you would like us to advertise. I look forward to hearing from you. I'm out. One. Hey, you guys. Welcome back to Naughty Love Movement. It's your host, Naughty, bring you the latest and trending topics. And I vlog my life. Yes, I do. I missed you all. Hope everybody is doing well and ready for the holiday weekend. I know I am, okay, because I got a long weekend. It is wedding weekend. It is finally hair. Okay, tomorrow we're gonna get this hair did. Get these roots together. Get a nice little detox for my locks. Okay. And I'm ready to party. It's open bar. I'm here for it. We've been waiting for this day for a year. Okay. It's finally here. So Sunday is the festivities. So I'm excited. And we have lots going on, so make sure as you load up you like the video. You know I'm in YouTube jail. I'm in YouTube prison because I ain't been consistent, but life been life for me too, and I gotta do what I gotta do, Naughty Crew. So, but don't think I haven't been keeping up with the shenanigans, baby. Just keeping up with all the shenanigans, okay? Everybody is at the damn courthouse, okay? The knots. Neek at night, Tisa tells, Mims. I might go on Tuesday because I'm off. I might go to the trial. Hey, James. Yes, Gemini season is coming, baby. Yes. How's everybody doing? How's everybody feeling? I hope everybody is well. Okay, so we wrapped up week 2 of the Diddy trial, and it was epic. Okay, last we spoke, Diddy. Cassie finished up her testimony, and in that testimony, we found out not only did she get $20 million from the diddler, she got $10 million from Intercontinental. All right. But since then, a lot has happened. Her ex or former best friend was subpoenaed to testify, and she testified to Diddy beating her with a wooden hanger. Okay. This corroborating the abuse and things like that. But she did not want to testify. She was clear about that on the stand. She did not want to testify. Yes, I'm getting to it, y'all. I'm getting to Kid Cudi, okay? We had another assistant testify. We had pictures of all the rugs that they found in the diddler's house during the raid. To me, I'm like, where is the drug trafficking? Where's the drug trafficking charges? Okay, because he had enough narcotics to feed a village. Okay, to me, I feel like the prosecution is doing a brick by brick build up to prove the racketeering. I saw a quote from a lawyer, and the lawyer felt like because Cassie's mom testified that Diddy extorted her family for $20,000. He threatened to release X tapes about Cassie, and they had to take out a loan from their home to pay him. Ultimately, Diddy gave it back, but the lawyer said between that and the Kid Cudi arson, that's enough for corroborating the racketeering charges. It doesn't even matter if Cassie consented to the freak offs or not. Happy Friday, girls. Hey, Jews. Hey, my peoples. Load up in the room and hit the like button. Okay. So week 2 has wrapped up. Some of the highlights. Here we go. Let's go to ABC News. Shout out to them. Fair use. Kid Cudi testified, and let's just say he brought some insight to the case. Here we go.
Charges. Also today, Diddy's former assistant, who was granted immunity, testifying about what he claims he Hi, I'm Eva Pilgrim. Thanks for streaming with us. Week 2 of testimony in the trial against hip-hop mogul Sean Diddy Combs wrapping up today with witnesses, including the general manager of a luxury Beverly Hills hotel on the stand. The jury also hearing from rapper Kid Cudi today. He testified about a break-in at his house, at one point comparing Combs to a Marvel supervillain. The rapper, whose real name is Scott Muscudi, also testifying about his car being set on fire, allegedly after Combs found out he was dating Cassie Ventura. Now, prosecutors allege Combs firebombed Muscudi's car, an allegation they could try to weave into the racketeering conspiracy count involving arson. Now, Combs has pleaded not guilty to all charges. Also today, Diddy's former assistant, who was granted immunity, testifying about what he claims he saw happen on a private plane and an apple throwing incident that he called the last straw working for Diddy. Coming up, Kid Cudi's message for fans after his big day in court. Plus,
yes. Okay, so with the assistant, some of the new names that came out: Gina Hahn, who did an interview with Tasha K originally and ended up going back to Diddy after that. Kim Porter's name keeps coming up over and over again. Hashtag justice for Kim Porter. Okay. These were some harsh conditions. I don't know how anybody could withstand working under those circumstances. Hence Dawn Rashad's testimony. I could have did without her testimony. I'll tell you why. Because this the simple fact that she knew how Diddy was and how the work conditions were from working under Danity Kane. She then went back to work with him. Didn't work in her favor. Only thing that she was credible on is that the fact that she witnessed Cassie being abused. Okay, but everybody was so scared and didn't do anything about it. Everybody saw everything and didn't do anything about it to help the girl. If you ask me, Diddy Disney, it was more of them than the Diddler. Okay, they could have jumped him. Like, that's all he needed to get in check. Okay, good ass whooping.
It's one of the most searched topics tonight: what people want to know about Kid Cudi's dog. I want to get right to Chief Investigative Correspondent Aaron Katursky, who has been in the courtroom every day of this trial. Aaron, let's get right into Kid Cudi appearing in court. Paint the picture for us. How did he walk in?
Unlike any other witness that we have seen so far, he's in a leather jacket, white t-shirt, jeans, and smoking a cigarette as he's entering court. And then he takes his position comfortably in the witness.
Yep, he said, I'm too cool for this. I'm too cool for this. But there's all sorts of reactions to him testifying. And I ain't mad at him for testifying, because you ain't going to blow up my $100,000 car and get away with it. I'm still mad. Yes, I am.
This box surveys the room. The jury is interested in this figure because he's a Grammy-winning rapper and introduced himself as Scott Muscudi. And when asked, are you better known as any other name? And he said, Kid Cudi. And right from the start, you knew this was a unique witness. And he talked about two instances in particular where he said that Sean Combs broke into his house, and he told the jury about his suspicions that later Sean Combs arranged the firebombing of his car.
Okay, Aaron, give us his vibe. What was he like on the stand? How did the jury react to all of this?
He was pretty casual. If he didn't understand something, he'd look at the lawyer and just go, huh? Or what? And at one point, he let out a big yawn when he's talking about things that, have been talked about in the entertainment world for more than a decade. This car fire that Kid Cudi endured in 2012. But it's significant now, Eva, as federal prosecutors try to convince the jury that Sean Combs used arson as part of the criminal enterprise that he was running.
There was a whole scuttlebutt about if he could talk about what happened to his dog. What was that all about?
Oh, so he...
All right. So arson is one of the predicates that the prosecution has to meet. And just so y'all know what I'm talking about, you have to meet certain predicates for the racketeering charge, all right? So in the Sean Diddy Combs racketeering trial, the predicate crimes are the specific acts of racketeering that the government is trying to prove he was part of a conspiracy to commit. These are foundations, upon which the border racketeering conspiracy charge is built in. In Combs' case, these predicates acts include X trafficking, ST, we'll call it. All right, this involves forcing or coercing individuals into sexual activity, including the use of force, fraud, and coercion. Transportation of prostitutes, okay? This involves transporting individuals across state lines or internationally with the intent of them to engage in prostitution. This is coming up over and over again. A lot of the prostitutes that are hired are testifying in this case. Hey, Natalia. All right. And then these are the other predicate acts. The indictment also lists acts like forced labor, interstate transportation for prostitution, coercion, and enticement to engage in prostitution, narcotic offenses and kidnapping, arson, bribery, and obstruction of justice. The first security guard from the Intercontinental Hotel testified that Diddy tried to bribe him. He tried to pay him to keep quiet. That's one fact, okay? A male prostitute testified that he was flown in to participate in his freak off, okay? We got a couple of them that testified, all right? What else? Cassie's mom. All right? Many instances of coercion that we heard through Cassie's testimony. All right, so let's be clear. I feel like the prosecution is doing an excellent job of building their case. I don't care what nobody say. I don't care if y'all say they don't got nothing. I feel like they got a lot.
Accuses Sean Combs of breaking into his house after he finds out that he's dating Cassie Ventura. And he says when he got to the house, he found some Christmas gifts open, unwrapped, that he had bought for his family, and his dog locked up in the bathroom. And he said it made the dog kind of permanently jittery and very much on edge. I think federal prosecutors had wanted to know a little bit about the dog and how the dog responded to the house being broken into. And the judge at one point, because the defense objected, was confused, saying, like, you're going to talk about the trauma inflicted on the dog. And the judge said, well, I know this is a very important topic. He laughed a little bit. And unfortunately, the prosecutor said the dog is no longer with us. But Kid Cudi's clearly a dog lover. He said that he found out from his dog's babysitter, the words he used, that his car was on fire. One early morning phone call that he received from this woman to say that his porch had been torched.
Cassie Ventura's former makeup artist was also on the stand today. What did she say?
Yeah, so the former makeup artist, she's makeup artist to the stars. She was Rihanna's makeup artist for years. All right. She worked for Cassie for years prior to her relationship with Diddy. I think her testimony is very credible. She also corroborates the abuse that Cassie suffered. Okay, now a lot of you are saying, like, oh, this case is not about domestic violence. No, it's not. But the domestic violence speaks to the forced labor. Okay, the Stockholm syndrome. Okay, and they had an expert witness testify in regards to behaviors of victims of domestic violence and sexual abuse and things like that. All right, let's get back into it.
Mila Morales said she first met Cassie Ventura, Eva, when she was about 16 years old. She had made her up for various events over the years, but she recalled Grammy Award weekend in 2010. She said they had been out. Prince was having a party. They were out for dinner. They finally get back to the Beverly Hills Hotel. Mila Morales falls asleep, but she says Cassie Ventura comes in a moment later and almost immediately followed by Sean Combs. And Sean Combs demands, where the F is she? Cassie Ventura had gone into the bedroom. Sean Combs followed her in there. Mila Morales says she heard screaming and a commotion. Sean Combs storms out of the hotel suite. And when Mila Morales next sees Cassie Ventura, she has a black eye, knots on her head. She took her home and had a doctor friend come and examine her to see if she had a concussion. The doctor apparently recommended that Cassie Ventura go to the ER, but Morales said she didn't want to go.
We also heard from the general manager of an upscale Beverly Hills hotel on the stand today. He talked about hotel logs. Why?
This was from L'Hermitage in Beverly Hills, and Sean Combs had stayed there a bunch over the years, according to the reservation log. And with each guest that was a repeat visitor, there was what was called a profile log established. And under the heading for Sean Combs, it said that housekeepers had noticed that there was always candle wax all over the place and that he used a lot of oil. And the jury had already heard candle wax, baby oil.
You know, Cassie may be the star witness, but I feel like the baby oil and Astroglide and the candle wax take a second seat to Cassie, child. That man was obsessed with baby oil. You know what else that I found nasty? They said he loves applesauce on everything, on his burgers, on anything. I'm just like, what? That is nasty. Who puts applesauce on burgers?
Those were things for the freak-offs.
Aaron Katersky for us there at the courthouse. Thank you so much, Aaron. ABC News legal contributor Brian Buckmeyer was also in court today. You are here to break this all down for us. Okay, so it was a big day in court. What stood out to you?
So we all showed up for Kid Cudi. We knew he was going to testify, but I did not expect this quote from Kid Cudi. It came in the context of there was some back and forth between him and Sean Combs. He wasn't responding to him in terms of whether or not he was dating Cassie. His car gets Molotov cocktailed. He shows him the Soho house to try to kind of squash the beef, so to speak, with Combs. And he says this is what Combs is doing. He's standing there staring at the window with his hands behind his back like a Marvel supervillain. It got a couple laughs in the court, but also painted this very menacing and very awkward kind of encounter between Sean Combs and Kid Cudi in relation to who's dating Cassie.
We also have to talk about this alleged car bombing situation. What did Kid Cudi say happened here?
So a number of things, right? A little bit of context. Prior to this alleged arson, there is an alleged burglary that Kid Cudi says Sean Combs is participating in. Someone calls him by the name of Miss Clark saying, Combs is in your home. He calls Combs. He's like, where are you? I'm here. I'm going to come see you, whatever it may be. And a few days later, this happens. The cut of the top of his Porsche and a Molotov cocktail inside. We saw some charring on the inside of that vehicle. And we've heard this from Cassie's civil lawsuit and this case when she testified before.
Yes, Cassie testified to the blowing up of the car. So Kid Cudi corroborated what Cassie's testimony was, okay? It happened. I don't care what nobody say. It happened. Please, thumbs up the video.
That this was meant to be a threat, according to her, of Sean Combs towards Kid Cudi.
And we should say that we heard Kid Cudi on the stand say when they talked about this, Combs denied having anything to do with this apparent situation. Okay, so on the cross, the defense seemed to really push Kid Cudi on his relationship with Cassie. What was that all about?
So the sense that I got was that she's playing into this relationship with Kid Cudi and Sean Combs. That Sean Combs, as we heard, was on a break with Cassie, and then they started dating, Kid Cudi and her. And what the defense was getting at was, well, she lied to you. She played you, that they weren't really on again, off again, but in fact, they were still dating, and you didn't know this. And the entire time you were dating, Sean Combs never interrupted this relationship, never got involved. He didn't know he was in the scene at all. And I think what they're trying to get at is Cassie was free to leave. She was free to have her own relationship, and Sean Combs wasn't intersecting with that. And also this idea that she was manipulative in some way, shape, or form, saying the words that, well, Cassie played not only you, but also Sean Combs. And
Yeah. If Cassie was manipulative, she learned from the freaking best, okay? And then you trying to make it seem like she two-timing. How you two-timing on someone who has a harem of chicks, okay? Kim Porter, Gina Hahn, 50 Cent baby mama, okay? Tupac ex-girl, okay? How is she too, like, come on now, make it make sense to me. Do y'all believe that Cassie was trying to play Diddy and Kid Cudi at the same time? I believe that Diddy was still, once again, trying to force his way back in her life, period.
And Kid Cudi agreed.
We also have to talk about the former assistant who got the immunity from yesterday. He was back on the stand this morning. Did he say anything to you that made sense for the immunity deal here?
No. And it's one of the reasons why I woke up so early and showed up. Because in my mind, I practice in the Southern District of New York. And I'm thinking to myself, what are you going to give this person immunity for? Meaning,
I don't understand why they gave him immunity. Immunity means to me, you have participated in some of these crimes and you don't want to be charged. I didn't get it. Just like the Tory Lanez and Megan Thee Stallion. I knew Kelsey did something because I'm like, why is she getting immunity? If she ain't do nothing, she had to have had her hands on that pow or whatever or something. And now look, it's all coming out saying that Kelsey was the one that did it or whatever. And I'm just like, Tori, you dumb. I wouldn't have did no bid for these two broads that you was just banging their backs out because they was just whoop, whoop, legs wide open for you, okay? They is sluts.
that they cannot be prosecuted based on what they say, that is so great that you're waiting for them. And it wasn't really much. 3 different interactions of assault, 2 between Cassie, 1 between Gina, and the fact that he bought some drugs, not as much as I thought it'd be.
Okay, so we've got this long weekend that's happening. Court's not in session tomorrow. It's not in session on Monday. How do you think that impacts both sides of this case?
It's all about what the jury is going to be left with, thinking about the last few words they've heard. They heard about the wax and the baby oil, the strawberry and the chocolates, the abuse allegations from the Grammy of 2010. And of course, the last thing they heard is about an HSI investigator talking about extracting information from 3 of Cassie's laptops. Those are going to be the last things in their mind over the next 4 days because they're off tomorrow as well.
Yeah, back in court on Tuesday. Brian Buckmeyer, thank you so much. Well, now that testimony is wrapped ahead of the long weekend, we want to look back at a notable moment this week. Yesterday, a forensic psychologist took the stand as an expert witness for the prosecution, telling the jury in general about why some people stay in abusive relationships. Joining me now is Dr. Erin Nelson. She is not involved in the case against Sean Combs, but she knows what it's like to be a forensic psychologist on a high-profile criminal case. Dr. Nelson, thank you so much for being with us. Let's just start right there. Why do people stay?
You know, one of the things that is really important when you're talking to a jury or a case is that the lay public, the general public, obviously always has the why doesn't someone just walk away? And something that's really important to understand from a victimology standpoint is the sense of omnipotence that even in everyday relationships, somebody who has power and control over someone can exert. It's about the perception of the. And in this case, I'm certain that the forensic psychologist would have been looking at both the victimology and the offender's behavior to try to explain that to the jury.
So often in these types of circumstances, and even with this case, we've seen the comments online, people saying, well, she could have just left. What do you say to that?
I say that regardless of how high profile the matter is, such as this one, or to the millions of women that are suffering from intimate partner violence at home, that is the fundamental misunderstanding that is important to explain, especially in a criminal case to the jury, is that when somebody is in a domestic violence or an intimate partner or coercive control situation, that concept that lots of people think about, it's why don't they just walk out the door? Why don't they just take their things and go? That the psychology of it can be so overwhelming and so powerful for a victim in that stance that it feels impossible and perception rules the day.
Dr. Erin Nelson, thank you so much for being with us. And we should say, if you are experiencing...
So, did you hear that? To all of those, like, Cassie could have left and this and that. Well, every time she left, he would use his staff to stalk and harass her. Please. People, I just think, don't use common sense sometimes.
Domestic violence help is available. You can call the National Domestic Violence Hotline 24/7. That number is 800-799-7233. Still ahead, breaking down the legal strategies at play on both sides with rapper Kid Cudi in court today. Could evidence pose an issue for the defense? And the rivalry that's defined hip hop for a generation, how it's tied to this Diddy trial.
Okay, so there's lots of layers to this. I believe there's more that's going to come out. I don't think it's an accident that Suge Knight's coming up.
Welcome back. Multiple witnesses took the stand today, including a big name in hip hop who we've been talking about, Kid Cudi. Let's break down the key legal strategies that we saw. We have Brian Buckmeyer playing the defense, Bernardo Villalona playing prosecutor. Let's get right into this. the police report, Bernarda. A break-in to Kid Cudi's home in 2011. Does this actually matter?
It does matter in the sense of not really the break-in, but the arson part of it. But the break-in just leads you to believe, like, Jesus, how demented is Sean Combs? And I think that is what the prosecution was trying to drill to this jury to show.
He is. This man is so demented that when the prostitutes would ejaculate, he will order Cassie to rub it on his nippies. Okay, that's how demonic and demented he is. Yuck.
Wow, his jealousy, his anger, his rage, and his being possessive over Cassie, like how far he's willing to go. And I think that's exactly what was the strategy of the prosecution, in addition to, of course, what was important, the arson part, in order to meet that racketeering conspiracy part, because breaking and entering is not part of it.
Brian, did they prove that it was him?
I think they got very close. I think there's actually a bit of a mistake by the defense. And what I mean by that is during the direct examination of Kid Cudi, it got to a point where they led us all the way to the edge. And it was like, oh, maybe Sean Combs did or maybe didn't. But when Kid Cudi talked about arranging a meeting at the Soho House with Sean Combs and was asked why he did it, he came out and said, well, because I thought that Sean Combs was a part of this. Now, they objected to that and it's sustained. They should not contemplate that in the end of the case. But as we say as attorneys,
you can't unring the bell.
Can't unring the bell.
Jury heard it.
So I think it's going to be difficult for the defense there.
Okay, the jury also saw photos of Kid Cudi's car. What was the prosecution trying to do there with the pictures?
Well, they're corroborating that there was an arson that took place. So aside from Kid Cudi's word that his car was blown up by a Molotov cocktail, you also want to show the photographs because the picture is worth 1,000 words, right? So by showing it, the jury got real insight as to look how serious it was. So it corroborates the testimony.
Do you think the evidence is a problem for the defense?
I think they're going to try to steer away from it. They're going to say, okay, an arson happened. We're not sure. Maybe Collins did it or did not do it. They're going to say, this is what a jealous boyfriend does. This is not what a sex trafficker does. I think they try to reposition themselves as to who doesn't have an ex who has tried to burn up some of their clothes or their cars.
But the car?
Yeah,
blow up the car?
Yeah, it's what crazy exes do.
Blow up cars?
Right.
Yeah.
But I don't want that crazy.
I think that's the only argument they have here because they can't really go away from it wasn't Sean Combs because so many of the breadcrumbs and the circumstantial evidence does point to him.
Yeah, and also you have, remember the email that Cassie has sent to her mother talking about the threat that Sean Combs made about causing harm to Kid Cudi. So I think it's strong there that it was Sean Combs that was responsible or someone working with Sean Combs.
I think the evidence is strong. I think all roads lead to the freaking diddler. Diddy. Child, Diddy. Thumbs up the video. Put a one in the chat if y'all believe they produced enough evidence, the prosecution side, to point to Diddy committing the arson or even ordering the arson. And I think the nail that will be in the coffin is if Capricorn Clark testifies because she is the one that contacted Kid Cudi to let them know because they forced her to go to his house. But she called Kid Cudi and let him know that, look, they breaking in your house right now. You can't make this. This stuff sounds like a freaking Tubi movie.
Combs. And again, conspiracy is a part of the indictment. So you got it there.
It was interesting to see the picture anyway, because we all heard about that and hadn't seen the pictures of it yet.
Exactly.
Cassie's former makeup artist also testified. She said she saw alleged abuse. And that's, what's interesting about that is we've now heard multiple people say they saw this alleged domestic violence
and multiple incidents. More importantly, we're not talking about the same incident. We're talking about now several incidents throughout these years that they were together.
Does that matter in all of this?
Yeah.
Yes, because remember what the prosecution is saying is that this violence is tied in this.
It speaks to how she was forced to participate in these freak offs. If she would have said no, the man made Cassie participate in freak offs with UTIs on her cycle. He didn't care. He just wanted what he wanted. Period. When it was her birthday, when she was hanging out with all her friends, he wouldn't even let her enjoy her birthday. He planned a freak off on her birthday.
Sense of the coercion and the control that Sean Combs had over Cassie. So that way Cassie wasn't really able to consent, be a willing participant in these sexual acts and these freak offs. So it's all tied into it. So it's not just domestic violence. When you tie in the domestic violence with what Dr. Hughes testified to yesterday, and you put that all together, then you have a more clearer picture that there's no way that Cassie at all times was able to consent to these freak offs.
I think it's a little bit difficult, though, for the government in this sense, though, because I think they might lose the forest from the trees in the sense of if this was always a domestic abuse relationship, which they have said it is, and they have all these incidences of domestic abuse, where are we separating from when it's just simple abuse that doesn't lead to a freak-off and abuse that does lead into a freak-off? Because we have all these incidences of abuse, but not always leading to, I'm doing this so you participate in a freak-off.
But all you need is one. All you need is one when you're talking.
And I think Tiffany Red, Cassie's friend, she's given several interviews how she was working with Cassie and notice how Diddy would force her to leave. I think that will be important testimony as well.
About sex trafficking or transportation to engage in prostitution. All I need is one freak off that was where she wasn't a willing participant, where she didn't consent to in order to make out the charges.
All right, we'll leave it there for now. Thank you both so much for being with us. Coming up, who is Kid Cudi and what some might find surprising about his high-profile appearance today, plus why the rapper's dog is one of the most searched topics tonight related to the Diddy trial.
Woo-wee. He controlled her. He controlled her every move. Typical pimp mentality. He said it on the Breakfast Club. You know, you need to control your woman.
Surrounding today's big witness in the Sean Diddy Combs trial, Grammy-winning rapper Kid Cudi, who briefly dated Cassie Ventura, who has this message tonight after taking the stand.
People have been hitting me up the past week, just checking in, and even today, this is a stressful situation. I'm glad it's behind me.
Joining me tonight, ABC News contributor and DJ Megan Wright. Megan, thanks so much for being with us. For people who don't know, who is Kid Cudi?
Kid Cudi is a real, I would say, hip hop gem. Okay, he is a Grammy Award-winning artist, producer. He's also an actor. He broke out into the scene in 2008 with his hit single Day and Night. But here's the thing, like, we don't really see much of Kid Cudi outside of when he's promoting his art. We really don't. He doesn't do a lot of interviews. He's not in a bunch of paparazzi pictures. He really keeps to himself, but he has a very strong and very loyal fan base, which is why him showing up, you know, at this trial, even just him getting out of the car, fans seeing him, you know, in his jeans and in his leather jacket, smoking a cigarette like we see here, like, that was very surreal for fans because, again, you're kind of getting an inside look, you know, of this guy that you don't really get to see so much, talking about something that not just in the hip hop community, but also fans have kind of heard rumors about. But I don't ever think there came a point where we thought, okay, we're actually going to hear or read, you know, a transcript of what Cudi is talking about relating to his car blowing up. And then we hear, you know, or his car being set on fire. And then we hear, you know, the play-by-play of everything that happened with Cass.
She's right. And Kid Cudi is not in the mainstream media like that. And the one time we heard from him is when Cassie dropped the lawsuit. He started corroborating her story then. Like, it's true. It's true. Y'all remember when he came out? It's true. We don't hear much from this man any other time.
And then we hear, you know, about his dog, and then going to, you know, see Diddy and him standing like a Marvel supervillain. Like, I don't think people expected that, especially from a guy who is usually very, very private. It was definitely surreal.
Yeah, getting to see those pictures today was really interesting. Suge Knight's name has been mentioned a few times in this trial already. Can you just give us a little bit of history here and how it's tied to this like long-standing East Coast, West Coast rap rivalry?
Sure. Yeah, the East Coast versus the West Coast, you know, hip hop rivalry is one of the most talked about rivalries of all time. And of course, you have the beef that came from that, which is, you know, Big versus Pac and also their respective labels. Okay, so you have Big, who was signed to Bad Boy, which was helmed by Sean Combs, who at the time went by Puff Daddy, who now, of course, you know, we refer to him as Diddy. Then you have Tupac, who was on Death Row, which was under Suge Knight. You know, and so if I can get the story as quick as possible, you know, it kind of goes, these two guys, Pac and Big, started off as friends, but things kind of changed in 1994 when Pac was shot outside of Quad Studios. He blamed.
Things change because of the diddler. Let's just call it what it is. Diddy was jealous of Biggie and Tupac relationship because they are rappers. And that's what he aspires to be, a rapper. And he still has not aspired that because he's not a rapper. He's a producer, but he's not even original.
Big and Puff, who both said they didn't have anything to do with it. But then, you know, things kind of, you know, led and went, you know, forward with this back and forth. This records were put out. And although you can't say that, you know, this beef led to their murders, Pac was murdered in September of 96. Big was murdered in, you know, March of 97. And they thought this stayed in
a year apart. Okay? A year apart. You know what, Naughty Crew? I find it all.
That's suspicious. That's weird.
It's definitely suspicious and weird. I'm interested to see if they're gonna tie any of that at the end of this.
In the 90s, it didn't, as you can tell with what happened in the trial.
Yeah, we're hearing about it again. Megan Wright, thank you so much for breaking that down for us. Now, there's no cameras in court during the Sean Combs trial, but that is not stopping people from going online, trying to keep up with all the latest updates from the courtroom. And that's where our daily segment Searched comes in, where we break down some of the top search trends about this case. Some of today's biggest searches: Molotov cocktails, Kid Cudi's dog, how much Diddy paid Cassie.
All right, I think that's a good like recap of week 2. But of course, people have something to say about Kid Cudi's testimony. Here's my thing. People always want to put that snitch label on people. If you are not in a mobster lifestyle, in the streets, part of drug trafficking and all like that, and you just a normal citizen, I don't think those rules apply. But Young Thug, because he bitter because his pansy ass copped out too soon. He should have listened to his lawyer, who is now on Diddy's defense, okay? If he would have held out for another week, all the charges got dismissed in the YSL RICO trial, okay? But his pansy ass, my opinion, sticking to it, couldn't handle it in the prison no more. So he copped out. And now his bitter Betty ass is on probation for the next 30 years. Dumb, stupid. You should have let your lawyer do their job. Well, he feels the need to call Kid Cudi out, okay? I guess he bitter at his partner too, Gunna, okay? Because he did the best thing for his situation. Like, I ain't sitting in this prison. This ain't for me. Okay. So shout out to Spiritual World. Young Thug calls out Kid Cudi for testifying against Diddy in a now deleted tweet. You itch ass nigga. Go put on your skirt. Here's the tweet. Shout out to Spiritual World for capturing it. Damn Cudi a rat. LOL. No, ninja. He ain't no rat because he not in that life. He's a Grammy Award-winning producer. That is his job title. He uses his head. Period. Cudi said when he met with Diddy, Diddy kept offering him water, offering him water. Cudi was like, nope. Won't Kim Porter my ass. Won't Shakir store my ass. Won't Kim Porter me? Thumbs up this video. Young Thug, go sit down somewhere and report to your probation officer. Oh, gosh. All right. So let me just go through CNN real quick, and then we're going to move on to the drama between Remy Ma and Papoose. Okay, we've been following that story because Remy cheated. I'm just going to read the subtitles, okay, after Kid Cudi testified. Like the music industry, it shouldn't be dangerous. Christina Coram, KK, Diddy's former chief of staff. Her name is coming up a lot. She's the former. She's been mentioned several times in the testimony since the music mogul federal crime trial began last week. Coram is former chief of staff of Comb Enterprises, now known as Comb Global, and according to a 2021 Facebook post from Combs, she was essential to his business life. So her name keeps coming up over and over again. Oh, I forgot this. I hope this is the clip, but Diddy sat down with the Breakfast Clubs because that's his thing. Here we go.
Jada and everybody, they made a compilation video of you because they said you were sounding real suspect on the interview.
Yeah.
Did you see that?
Of course, I didn't see that. No, I didn't see it.
You didn't see it?
I swear to God.
Come on, man. You saw that on World Star and on the gram.
Check this out. I was coming off of being in Miami a night of party, and I don't really remember what I was saying. You know what I'm saying?
Would you like a reminder?
Yeah, sure.
Play some.
Hey, yo, listen, yo, I love it all. I love it all, man.
I like when you like this, Daddy. Daddy, I like when you scrambling and scraping for shit.
That was you.
Scrambling.
What? You said, I like when you do it like
that. Man be so high, he don't even remember that his softer side comes out when he high, okay? Everybody's daddy.
Daddy, when you scrambling and scraping for shit.
Hey, man.
It's allowed. 50 came up here and he was giving you flack for the asking Fab to party. So he'll ask you, he'll ask you to play the clip, man.
Yeah, play the clip. Go ahead.
Why won't you party with me for your birthday, man?
We partied for my birthday before. You came to my party.
No, but me and you ain't never really party. You know what I'm saying?
I asked 50.
I'm convinced when he asking dudes to party, he asking, can I get the... Can I get the Hershey Highway, brother?
About that. And he said you did the same thing to him. You asked him to take him shopping.
Yeah. I thought he needed some clothes. What? I'm a nice guy.
You are not a nice guy. And you are not a nice guy.
I was coming off of being in Miami a night of party, and I don't really remember what I was saying.
We saw that, okay? But it was one Breakfast Club interview when he's talking about, he probably had his scrub knowing his ass. He talking about how you need to control women. His son was there, King Combs. The hell? 50, at this point, hell, they need 50 Cent to testify. It's demonic, yo. It's all dark and demonic. Here's Gina Horn.
That's a super trick shit. That's survival of the fittest.
I ain't know Cassie was at Drink Champs.
Oh my God. Yo, that's the super trick shit. He's got the challenge. Let's go.
I tell you when I'm good, B.
You know, I always find it suspicious when people wear sunglasses indoors.
Get a little water. Salud.
We all drink off
this.
I'm drinking from the cup. Yes.
Bunch of alcoholics, I swear. I didn't even know that clip was out there. Breaking.
Because P. Diddy be wanting the body. And you gotta tell him no.
Period. You gotta tell him no. You gotta tell him no. Chill. All right. You gotta tell them no. Let's get back to CNN, okay? All right, so KK is coming up. KK is coming up. I wonder if she turns state witness or, you know, a witness for the feds yet. Like, we'll see. We got weeks to go, okay? So George Kaplan, former assistant to Sean Diddy Combs, he talked about handling of Sean Combs' cash. He recalls a time in 2015 where Combs' security staff asked him to hold $50,000 while they were on his private jet. In a couple of instances where he had to get $10,000 cash from Western Union. He also testified to witnessing violence of Cassie on the private jet, and Cassie yelled out, like, is anybody seeing this? And everybody turned around. Like I said, these bitch ass motherfuckers. But he also spoke of his employment being a once in a lifetime opportunity. But ultimately he ended up leaving because his father got cancer, according to him. All right, so we know about Kid Cudi. Then Diddy's former makeup artist and Cassie's former makeup artist was called to the stand. She testified she worked for Combs until 2005 and later became Ventura's makeup artist. And she talked about an instance where she was preparing her for a Grammy party at Prince's house, and Diddy came over, I think, and beat her down. She walked into the room and she had all type of knots and everything all over her forehead. Then the jury showed video or pictures of her wearing Morales' makeup. And then Morales confirms concerns for Ventura or Cassie after 2010 hotel incident. Then she says she hasn't been paid for any interviews she gave about Ventura and Combs' relationship. Then a hotel employee testified. The government's next witness is Frederick Zumar, an employee at the La Hermitage Hotel in Beverly Hills, California. So prosecutors admit records from the Beverly Hills Hotel into evidence. The hotel records reveal names changes on Combs' profile. And then they were under the name Cassie used Jackie Star. And then Diddy used Frank White and Frank Black as his aliases, which celebrities are known for doing that anyway. So then notes were put on Combs' profile. Please monitor outside his room down the hall to spray air freshener. Wow. Always spills candle wax on everything and uses excessive amounts of oil. Place the room out of order upon departure. Yo, the room used to be so disgusting that they would have to make it out of order. Then it says, please authorize an extra $1,000 when guest stays with us to cover any room damages. Then a computer forensic agent is called to the stand. The government has called Joshua Croft to the stand. He is a computer forensic agent working for Homeland Security investigation. People feel that the defense did damage. I don't feel like they did damage. About basically highlighting that Cassie was two-timing Kid Cudi and Diddy, but you know, who's to say Kid Cudi didn't have other chicks on the side? Okay, like come on. So Joshua Croft, the computer forensic, he said one of the laptops has been set to factory default and another opened to a login screen with user profiles for Frank Black and guest profiles. Then the defense starts the cross-examination of the forensic agent. Then the jury is dismissed. The trial will resume Tuesday. So no, they did not get to the chef's testimony. But I wonder if that's the chef that sued him in the past. There's one of his chefs that sued him. And I wonder if it's her testifying. But we'll see. I'll probably be in Brooklyn on Tuesday. I'm gonna try. God willing, I will. So that's pretty much the wrap up for the week. Okay. Y'all let me know what y'all think. Do you feel like the prosecution is doing a good job thus far of building and so far proving their case? I think on a scale of 1 to 10, I give them an 8 right now. Okay. I'm interested to see what's to come. I mean, this is the trial of the century. Everyone is hanging on to it. Like every bit of this freaking case, and I'm sure it's more to come. It's very salacious. And Young Thug, go kick rocks with sandals on. Ain't nobody asked you. All right. But shout out to Rolling Stone for this post. This person says, I prosecuted R. Kelly. The Sean Combs allegations fit the same script. So ex-traffickers routinely use physical and psychological abuse to bend their victims to their will, writes lawyer Elizabeth Geddes at the link of the bio. The federal prosecutor who prosecuted R. Kelly explains how Sean Diddy Combs fits the same script. All right, so y'all let me know what y'all think. All right, let's get into this Papoose and Remy drama. But first, I want to check something. Please thumbs up the video. Here we go. All right. So what sparked all of this is, yeah, it's gonna be a mess, but I want a piece. Okay. What sparked all of the Remy Ma and Papoose? Well, they've been feuding. Okay, we've been covering this. All right. They are estranged from one another. Remy Ma, they have been in relations for 15 years. Okay. And I think they basically outgrew each other, you know. And I think Papoose, in my opinion, is still very much in love with Remy. But Remy got tired. She got tired of his ass. Well, Clarissa Shields sat down on the Breakfast Club, and can I say, I always say this, I can't stand the way this woman speaks. It's not nothing against her personally. Like, the way she talks, it just drives me crazy. It's like chalk. It's like nails screeching on the chalkboard. Well, she sat down with the Breakfast Club. And she had so much to say. Here we go. Fair use, fair use, fair use. It's just like, girl, you look dumb.
He needs to handle? What do you mean by that?
Say it again.
You said earlier there's some things Pap need to handle.
Oh, I mean, yeah, it's the elephant in the room. I don't have to say it.
I don't know.
In his personal life.
Oh,
yeah, it's the elephant in the
okay.
room. Like,
Yeah.
but that takes time. And like I said, that's
Yeah.
not my place to speak on. You know what I'm saying? Like, it'll get handled. I just know that from my perspective, I'm with him every day. And when I'm not with him, we're on the phone every day and we're talking and we're FaceTiming and, you know, we love each other. So that's
not normal. That shows me there's a lack of trust. That shows me you're insecure because you're choosing to be in relations with a married man who is still in love with his wife.
It's just kind of what it is. You know what I'm saying? But hey, it's a situation and it is what it is.
I'm assuming you mean like you want to wait till the divorce is like official. Does that hold you? Does that keep you from like giving your all?
No. No, because we're together all the time.
So the all is already given, is what she's saying.
Yeah, that's it. We already talk. We talk about so many different things, and I'm 30, so we talk about kids.
Girl, if he cheat with you, he'll cheat on you. How you get him is how you lose them.
Kids and family and stuff like that. But like, that still has to get taken care of. But like, you know, once again, it's not for me. You understand what I'm saying? Like, I'm not married. You know, so yeah, that'll get handled. But still, at the same time, I've been like, I'm such a secure woman when it like comes to him because he's proven it to me. Like I was when somebody is just truthful with you from the beginning, but there is no secrets. It's just, hey, this is what it is. And do you accept or do you not accept? That's kind of what it was. And he's been truthful from the beginning. And we fell asleep on the phone for 3-4 months of us first getting together. So for us to fall asleep on a regular night and then
it sounds to me she's trying to prove to us that he's committed to her. And I'm not convinced.
Wake up to chaos in the morning was like, oh shit.
I would say that's how we found out because y'all was on the damn phone.
But that had been going on for 3-4 months.
That don't make me feel secure. He's still living in the house with his wife. Go handle your business. And when you done with that, come to me. Girl, he haven't even had time to grieve his marriage at all. So if you don't allow him that space to heal, the same baggage and problems he had with his marriage with Remy, he will carry that baggage into your relationship. Hey, Buck.
And that wasn't just at night. We talked from sun up to sundown.
Yeah.
So that.
Buck, I'm going to the trial.
Like I said, that's what shocked me because I was like, oh, hell, what the heck? Because if we go to sleep on the phone for 4 months every night and the phone is saying it's 4 hours, 3 hours, whatever hours on the phone, you don't think that.
First of all, I don't got that much to say to nobody. Like, I got too much to do with my day to be sitting on the phone all day. Even if I'm on the phone for a long period of time, I'm multitasking. I'm doing other things. Like, it sounds to me, she trying to convince us that he is committed to her when we know otherwise. Because Remy gonna blow that spot up.
And one day you're gonna wake up to that, you know. So that's what threw me off. But hey, at the end of the day, look, women are women. I don't know what else to say. Like, I don't have any ill will toward any women, and I don't have any ill will toward her. You know.
So y'all haven't spoke or nah?
Nah, I mean, she made her post and whatever, and that was about it. But like I said, women are women. They're very emotional creatures. You know what I'm saying? And I think that was just I don't know what it was. I don't know if it was emotions or I don't know what it was because I don't know her and she don't know me.
Yeah.
She don't know me either. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I don't know what that was, but like I said, it wasn't for me. That's why I just responded how I responded. We're gonna promote the movie. We're gonna promote the fight. Once again, I fight July 26th. Main event at Little Caesars Arena. Tickets on Ticketmaster.
Once again, you still a side chick. Once again, here go her ego coming to step into play. But this is all I got to say, Clarissa.
What you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard. At no point in your rambling, incoherent response were you even close to anything that could be considered a rational thought. Everyone in this room is now dumber for having listened to it. I award you no points, and may God have mercy on your soul.
So this set Remy off, okay? You hear me? Set her off. She started going in. She's a natural beauty, Remy, but she's definitely conceited. Let's get on to what? I'm conceited. I look too good. Just be wearing this. I look too good. You sharing this. Way too good. Wait a minute. Should we do Papoose? Who y'all want to hear first? Remy or Pap? I think we should go from Pap because Pap hasn't spoke much on the situation. He made some posts when they was going back and forth. He hasn't been that vocal, so we're going to give him the floor, okay? Come on, Pap.
Okay, cool. What's going on? So a couple people kept calling me, you know what I'm saying, earlier, and every time they call, it messes up the live. So I had to shut it down earlier, but I wasn't finished what I was saying. I'm gonna wrap this up for the night. You know what I'm saying? First and foremost, all of this fabrication that's going on.
Hold on 1 second, because this one might have came first. Y'all saying y'all want Rem to go first? Y'all want Rem to go first? I don't think it matters. We gonna piece it all together in the end, okay?
Right. Somebody said we stepped at the park. You said you was going to put homie down. So I go in the spot. I'm walking through the spot. I don't see the lane. Everybody look like the lane to me. I go to where I got an idea where they at. When I walk in the room, they in there lovey-dovey. They in there all lovey-dovey. Mind you, she been lying, saying she ain't with the nigga. She don't deal with him. All this corny shit, right? I see the lane. Y'all already know. Went in his mouth. Off the muscle. What happened was, he thought I came to talk. He thought I was about to talk. Ain't none of that. We don't do that. Mom! Right in his mouth, off the muscle. Whooped him out. Dead on his feet. Hit the floor like a sack of potatoes. I know.
He talking about when he put the pause on Easy to Block Captain. Thumbs up the video.
Everybody telling me I shouldn't talk about this.
This is the first time he confirmed.
But this nigga's a lame. Do what you gotta do. He hit the floor like a sack of potatoes. Stomped him out and all that. Bad. Hole in my knuckle, everything. But like I told you, I didn't do that because he slept with my wife. I did that because you shook my hand and then slept with my wife. But the part I didn't tell y'all is, through this entire ordeal of her cheating with this lame, I started to notice that he had something on her. And I felt like he was blackmailing her. I always felt like he was blackmailing her. Just because the way she was moving and behaving. So I'm gonna play an audio for y'all of him basically, in his own words, admitting to blackmailing her. Listen to this. So this got sent to me because he's on the phone with one of his people running his mouth. They recorded it and sent it to me. But this is him on the phone. Let me just play it. Hold on. This lame. Now, when I started to feel like he was blackmailing her, I brought it to her attention. I said, listen, is it because this dude got something over you? Like, what's going on? She's staying out on days my daughter got to go to school. She's my daughter's calling, she's not answering the phone. I'm calling, she's not answering when she's with this lame. Then she's with this lame for days at a time. It's like crackhead behavior. I'm like, yo, something is wrong. Are they using drugs or something? Like, what's going on with her and this lame? So I brought it to her attention. I said, yo, listen, if he's blackmailing you, if he's holding something over you, let me know, and we can handle that. We can handle that too. I brought that to her attention. But everything I'm telling y'all is not in order. It's just throughout the situation. So I bring it to her attention. I say, yo, let me know if this dude is blackmailing you, we can handle it. And she wouldn't say it. But then while she out with the lame and me and my daughter's home, because that's who was always with her every night while this was going on, she'd send me a random text. Oh, I'm so sorry. I know I'm a bad wife. I still got all these texts. So I don't even know why she's doing this. Oh, I know I'm a bad wife. I'm so sorry. Just saying things like that. And I'm like, damn, it's not like her. So maybe this dude holding something on her. I'm going to play the recording right now. This is the lame saying that he's holding stuff over her head.
Yeah, wrong. So far, she's saying she fuck with me. I believe her. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to go with that. But you're right, though. Anything can happen. So that shit gonna be 3 months, nigga. I don't know for how long it is. I got pictures, the texts, the videos of it. That shit gonna blow whenever I say it's gonna go. I'm talking about where I'm saying that news of cheating and all of that shit go anytime. It don't matter if it's a week or whatever. Like, the only reason why it's sparking is because you do corny shit.
Oh, let me play this again. Can y'all hear the audio? Let me play it again.
Yeah, wrong. So far, she's saying she fuck with me. I believe her. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to go with that. But you're right, though. Anything can happen. So that shit going to be 3 months, nigga. I don't know for how long it is. I got pictures, the texts, the videos of it. That shit going to blow whenever I say it's going to go. I'm talking about where I'm saying that news of cheating and all of that shit go anytime. It don't matter if it's a week or whatever. Like, the only reason why it's sparking is because you do.
Now bear witness to this. You just heard this lame who she was dealing with since 2022 say in his own voice, I got videos and pictures of us. That's going to go whenever I say so. I don't care if she go back to him. This cheating gonna go when I say so. This is the same recording when he was up there clout chasing. Oh, I'm gonna be on Love and Hip Hop. I'm gonna get more followers. All of this foolishness, right? So y'all just heard the lame, the knockout victim, saying he got videos of her. But let's listen to her telling me that, oh, by the way, one of the reasons why she's so angry at me is because she says, all of this is my fault. Y'all ready for this? Because I knocked him out. She said if I would have never knocked him out, she would have been stopped talking to him. She said the fact that I knocked him out, she had to keep talking to him because she didn't want him to expose things.
You're absolutely right, Miss Amy. I can't stand a snitching. They do not kiss and tell. That is weak sauce. Weak sauce. And remember, when we watched the rap battle, the dude that was battling the Easy Block captain said, like, Remy, you should F with me. I won't run your business all through the streets. But this is who she choosing over. To me, we don't know Papoose' financial situation or anything, but he was a stand-up guy. He was a stand-up guy while she was in prison. That's what we know. That's what they promoted to us.
I highly suspected that they was using drugs together. I heard someone say earlier while she was on live, are you high? She moves very strange. I seen a video where she looked outside herself. I'm not accusing her of anything. This is not my style. But the fact that you mentioned my children and fabricated all these stories about me, about this money, when I wrote 90% of your rhymes since I met you, I can type a word from any one of you.
Boop! Is this a Little Kim, Biggie Small situation? Pap wrote her rhymes? That's tea. That's tea.
Your verses for the past time I've been with you. I wrote like 3 songs on your
She hasn't had any new music.
First album. I can come in my email drafts right now, which has dates on them, y'all. 2016, 14, and you can literally see her lyrics pop up. The whole rapper pop up. But let me say this though. Let's get to this part right here. We just heard him admit that he's blackmailing her, right? Now, let's listen to her telling me that he's blackmailing her, that she would have been stopped talking to him. Since she want to get on here and fabricate and fake big this lame up. Have you noticed since I moved on, you never see her with the lame no more? She was sneaking around with him in restaurants. What he was at? Cheese Factory, matching outfits, losing the battle on stage, getting cooked by Geechee, getting cooked by Suge. This nigga get cooked every battle. I don't know what type of rapper is this dude, man. Never lost a battle in my life. But anyway, keep it moving. We don't care about that. She tried to make it about Clarissa. I just met Clarissa in July last year. I've been dealing with this with you since 2022. Clarissa has nothing to do with this. She's very angry because Clarissa is shining like the diamond she is. World-class champion, Olympic winner. She has nothing to do with this. Actually, Clarissa went on a Breakfast Club, did an interview, and said she don't have a problem with her. This, which aired yesterday. Yesterday morning, I wake up to a phone call of her being belligerent, being a narcissist, screaming on my phone, claiming that Clarissa disrespected her. How did she disrespect you? She said she don't have a problem with you. Then, in the process of that phone call, she asked me, so are you done with me? Are you done with me? I said, is that a question? Am I done with you? I said, she said, you moving forward with the divorce? I said, yes.
I tell you time and time again, Naughty Crew, men cannot take cheating the way women will forgive, take the man back, go through all the motions of building trust. Men, once you cheat on them, they are very unforgiving.
My attorney, she want to fabricate these stories talking about not retaining an attorney. The last time I spoke to Rem, we said, listen, I spoke to my attorney. Saturday is the day that her schedule allows for me to come in. I have been interviewing different attorneys trying to pick the right one. I wanted to get a civilized divorce where we don't have to do none of this clown shit. She never wanted to do that. Just in recent time, she started to claim, when I say recent, I mean past few weeks, she started to claim that, she wanted to get the private divorce. So I said, okay, good. So when she called me the other day, tried to get back with me yesterday, and I declined because she was so mad about Clarissa, so angry because I finally moved on. She see us living our life. She talking about doing something for the gram or doing it for this and that. I'm living my life. I lived over there with you. I tolerated your foolishness, your cheating, and your adultery for years and years and years for the sake of my child. Moving on along, I just played an audio to y'all of the lame admitting that he's blackmailing her. Now I'm going to play an audio of her telling me that he's blackmailing her. Basically saying, but before I want to play the audio, I want to let y'all know that she's very angry at me because she says that if I would have never knocked him out, none of this would happen. So one of the reasons why she has so much animosity towards me is because I knocked him out. I'm letting y'all know that right now. That's one. I'm going to tell y'all the other two later. Oh, it gets worse. Hold on. You want to be funny? I could be funny too. But I'm going to be funny with the truth. You lie, you lie, you lie. You had the audacity to come on here and make up a fake story and say, oh, my mother called me. Her lover said, come on, son. Come on, son. Come on, son. First and foremost, you talking about your mother called you about a YouTube video that everybody know they make fake videos on YouTube. Remy's in the hospital, Papoose this, that, person that. Those, we all know those is fake. You just mad because you see us moving on in our life, right? You want to fabricate a story about, and I still say my mother-in-law because me and her had a tight relationship like that. And I would never say anything to disrespect her or anybody in the entire family. You lied and said, I said, go get your brothers. That's cap. Everybody know I'm close. I'm more close to them and show them more love and support than you do. But let's keep it moving. So we already played the audio of the lame, the knockout victim, soft, didn't even fight back. That's what made me mad. I would have just clipped him and kept it pushing. But the fact that I seen that the nigga was soft when I ran down on him, I said, damn, this nigga be talking all this gangster shit, and he ain't even gonna fight back. Nigga was like a deer in headlights. But that's another story. Knocked him out. It's no mystery. Had to get a tetanus shot, knocked his tooth out and all that. Hole in my hand, the whole shit. But let me show y'all the audio of her. Check this out. I want y'all to listen to this. Can y'all hear me? Should I play the lame first? Should I play the lame saying that he the knockout victim saying that he's blackmailing her? Let me play her admitting it. But she's angry at me because I knocked him out, y'all.
Clarissa Shields is the rebound chick. He's gonna break her heart into pieces.
Glass Joe, y'all. We call him Glass Joe. Check it out. But listen to her. I want y'all to bear witness to this because out of the whole situation, this was one of the parts that really bothered me. So that's why I reached out to certain fake friends who I thought would be real, like they say they are, and step up. I try to bring it to their attention. Yo, I think she's being blackmailed. Do me a favor. Just reach out to her. Don't tell her you spoke to me. I just want to know she's okay. She hasn't seen the baby in days. So I said, damn. See if y'all can reach out. And I don't want to involve nobody in this because this don't got nothing to do with them and they don't owe me nothing. But when you say you family, you got to live. That's an action. You know what I'm saying? You got to live up to that. But that's neither here nor there. So we played the audio of him admitting that he's blackmailing her. Now I'm going to play the audio. Listen to what she said. And I want y'all to know that this is my ex-wife. We're not married anymore. But at the time, as a married man, I wanted to protect her from being blackmailed. So I told her, if this is going on, let me know. Whatever he's blackmailing you, I'll handle that. And we'll get past it as a family. But she lies so much, you don't know what to believe. So I'm like, damn, is he blackmailing her or not? But I want y'all to hear this. Listen to this.
She would have been over. He would have been over. You put me in a predicament, so I had to still kind of be cool with the nigga to make sure he don't go all the way back and I'm not getting dragged on both sides by Team Papoose and Team Fuck This Nigga.
Team Fuck This Nigga. That's your name, babe, bro. Your name is Team Fuck This Nigga. Hold on. Let's play this again.
She would have been over. He would have been over. You put me in a predicament, so I had to still kind of be cool with the nigga to make sure he don't go all the way back and I'm not getting dragged on both sides by Team Papoose and Team Fuck This Nigga. You didn't give a fuck. You didn't fucking care.
Mm-hmm. That is not true.
Talking to this nigga.
I would have been stopped talking with this nigga. So she's mad at me because I knocked him out. So she's telling me that I knocked him out. I put her in a position where she still had to be cool with him. But she tell y'all on live, oh, he's this. Oh, yeah. A man that treat me right. A man that did this and did that. You just said the other day you don't even deal with this lame no more. So we got one audio of him saying that he's blackmailing her. For all y'all who didn't hear it, we got an audio of the lame admitting to blackmailing this woman. Listen to this.
Yeah, man. So far she saying she fuck with me, I believe her. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna go with that. But you're right.
Hold on. Let me get to the beginning of this thing again. Let me make sure I get it from the right part, y'all. Bear with me, man. Some bullshit audio. Hold on. Hold on, let me get this right. We're gonna get to it. So we playing the audio, y'all, of the lame admitting to blackmailing her. He's admitting it.
Yeah, man. So far she saying she fuck with
Hold
me,
on.
I believe her. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna go with that. But you're right though. Anything happen? Well, that shit gonna be 3 months, nigga. I don't know for how long it is. I got pictures, the texts, the videos of her. That shit gonna blow whenever I say it's gonna go. I'm talking about where I'm saying that shit.
Remy, go. You get donkey of the year, you stupid, you dummy, you idiot. Remy Ma.
Congratulations, you played yourself.
You played yourself, boo. You played yourself for some clown.
That news of cheating and all of that shit go anytime. It don't matter if it's a week or whatever. Like, the only reason why it's sparking is because you do all these shit.
All right, so y'all heard that. And again, we're gonna play her basically saying she's been blackmailed. That's what it sounds like to me. What y'all think?
She would have been over. He would have been over. You put me in a predicament, so I had to still kind of be cool with the nigga to make sure he don't go all the way back and I'm not getting dragged on both sides by Team Papoose and Team Fuck this nigga. You didn't give a fuck. You didn't fucking care.
That is not true.
Talking to this nigga.
That is not true. I would have been stopped talking to this nigga. So you telling me you got a lame running around here bragging, oh, I'm fucking this wife, oh, the whole shit, right? You got a lame who came in front of me, shook my hand, and which is total disrespect as a man. You sleep with my wife, it is what it is. She chose that. She's an adult. That's not why I knocked you out. I knocked you out because you shook my hand. But he's on audio saying blackmailing you. So which one is it? Which one is it? You've told me numerous times you don't deal with him no more. You want to go on Instagram and say you with your child every day. No, you're not. You just started being with the baby after I left. Once I left, you started trying to prove to me that you're with the baby and you're doing the right thing. You're doing things that I've always wanted you to do. You just called me the other day and said happy anniversary. I didn't even say it back to you, Rem. I didn't say it back to you. You know why? Because when our 15th year anniversary came, which was a milestone, we were supposed to have the whole thing that we did in the 10 year. You didn't want to acknowledge it properly because you was too busy running around doing what you was doing. Now I'm in a space where I moved on. So for a person who got all these lies to say about me, why is it that you try to call me the other day and say happy anniversary? Why is it that when I went to pick my...
It's given she a little bitter, and we're going to get into her lives soon here. It's given she's a little bitter. You know, it's always all good when a cheating party feels like they got the upper hand, but it's the 80-20 rule. Remember the movie Why Did I Get Married? When Sheila's husband left her for the thinner model so-called friend, right? And he thought it was going to be so much better. The grass was going to be greener on the other side. When Sheila loved that man, nurtured that man, made sure that man was healthy, okay? Will worship the ground that man walked on. He couldn't appreciate it, right? And then in the end, Sheila moved on, got her a real man, okay? And he ended up with the model chick. And guess what? She ain't cook. She ain't clean. All she wanted to do was spend up his money. The 80-20 rule. All right? And look who Sheila's husband came back to and Why Did I Get Married Part 2? When he was sick. It wasn't the model skinny chick. It was Sheila. He had Sheila for help. He immediately regretted what he did to his wife. He had a solid foundation with her. And I think this is what we witnessing with Remy. She could say out her mouth she don't want Pat back and all like that, but you gave that man up for a little block boy. You gave up the connect for the corner boy. And that's why I think she running her mouth. Y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments. Come on, Pap.
My daughter up. You asking me for gifts and things like that? Why is it? Because you're a narcissist. And in the process of you being a narcissist, anything you can't control, you're mad. But you lost the remote. So you know when somebody loses the remote, they go frantic. See, but what you didn't understand was my loyalty was because I said wedding vows before God, better for worse, richer for poor, sickness and health, death to his part. And I lived that out. I did nothing but take care of you. Every utility in that house to this day right now is under my name. The alarm company called me today. You talking all this money talk, you just paid a cable bill probably within the last 2 weeks out of my account. I had to bail you out of jail when you caught your case. When you had to pay the civil case, and we backtracked it. Who account did that come from? Me. You didn't have a dime. Slay warned me. May he rest in peace.
Shallow. She's shallow as fuck, just like Jennifer Williams on Basketball Wives. Shallow. No substance. No substance.
He warned me. He warned me. So when you say malicious things about him, now that he's deceased, I know why, because he know the truth. So all of this money talk that you're talking, you're a liar. All you do is lie, very bipolar. Say something 1 minute and she'll say 5 minutes later that she never said it. She will say she never said it. Right now on my phone, and like I told you, I never wanted a penny. I never wanted one dime. All of the music I wrote for her, I never wanted one penny. I never put my name on a credit. I never did anything. When people said, we know Pat writing that. Oh, you want to go in here and say, oh, I was making music before him. You was. That's why when I started writing it, they saw the difference. You want to talk down upon me. You want to try to assassinate my character. But in actuality, there are people who interact with us. Anybody who ever been around her and never been around me, please step to the front. Am I respectful? Am I considerate? I come from a very big family. I'm very loved. I'm very loved, inside and outside. And guess what? Your family love you too, but you don't love them. You're very cruel to people.
And I'll take you back to the Love and Hip Hop days. Papoose promoted her mending fences with her family when she got out of prison. Papoose always been on the side of Remy Ma. He's always honored and respected that woman in every setting. She wants us to believe that he's this evil person, but we saw him do nothing but support you all the way around. The man took care of a kid that was not biologically his while you were in prison over a dumbass mistake you made, okay? Like, as far as, like, you really chose to commit a crime over not even a lot of money. You didn't even think about your son and where he'll end up. Remy came home. She was beefing with everybody in her family. She didn't even want to invite them to their wedding. Papoose encouraged and promoting her fixing those situations. I also remember when they had their spinoff show. She was so freaking rude to his mother. I don't even know how he was able to marry her. She wanted to be the only one, the only woman in his life. He about to talk about it. And I remember on the show, I was like, wow, she's really, really rude to his mother.
Because you're a narcissist. And you know what? It hurts me that I got to even say this about you, that I got to even come on this live and do this. But the fact that you tried to mention my children, the fact that you had the audacity to come on here and say, I haven't seen my daughter, when you didn't allow me to see my daughter. December 14th, when we gave my daughter a birthday party, you came to my attention. We spoke about the party. I said, how much is the party? You told me the amount of the party. You put up your half of the money for the party. I put up my money for my daughter's party. When my daughter's party took place, you had the audacity to send me a text and tell me not to come to my child's party. Why did you do that? Because I moved on and I wasn't sitting in the house watching my daughter while you run around with this lame, come home to me and say you wasn't with him. Why would you be with him? He's so beneath you. When I noticed that you was probably getting blackmailed because you're such a liar, I tried to protect you like I always protected you. You want to make it, you want to go on the gram, you want to play games about me knocking him out, that's a small thing. That wasn't the first time you saw me in action. But you know what? Like I said earlier, there's 3 reasons why she started to have so much animosity towards me. One was because I knocked him out. And it wasn't because she cared about his well-being. It was because she had been, as a celebrity, as a famous person who could be a role model if she wanted to, she has been behaving in a very should I say promiscuous? Should I say promiscuous? She has been behaving in a very not too respectful way. And it's been right under the nose of the entire industry and everybody. And people allow it because some of them are groupies. Some of them are clout chasers. Some people, you know, they know the truth, but they act like it's not happening. By me knocking him out, it kind of put it out there, what's really going on. Also, she tried to fool y'all and say, what person would be in a marriage with a loving husband, being taken care of, bills paid, and cheat? You know what person would do that? You. Everything would be fine, and you would still violate. Because you know why? You can't keep your legs closed, Rem. That's one of the main problems with you.
Wow. You can't keep your legs closed. I wonder if she was like this before she went to prison, to be quite honest. Like a hoe is a hoe is a hoe, okay?
I could sit up here and run through your body count, but that's not what I'm going to do, because I'm not here to tear you down, and I'm not here to disrespect you. I'm not here to do that. But the fact that you mentioned my children and you fabricated after you have already been documented and recorded telling the truth about how I supported you when you was away, telling the truth about our entire time together. But it wasn't good enough for you to move on and be an adult after you cheated. And I gave you numerous opportunities to stop the cheating. We went to a therapist. Why come on here and lie and say we haven't slept together since 2022? Why come on here and make it seem like that's true? We never had an agreement. Oh, you be with who you be with and I be with. We never had an agreement. All we had was you lying, saying that you're not with him. Why would you deal with him? That's all we had. And when I found out the truth that you were with him, you said, let's go to therapy. And I agreed. Then we made an agreement with the therapist. You violated the agreement again. So when I caught him, I knocked him out. Wherever I would have saw him at, I would have knocked him out. You so mad at me because I knocked him out at your event. Anywhere I saw him at, he was getting put down. And I told you this. I still got the messages telling you this. So all of this fabrication, all of these stories about me, my children, all of these stories about money. I paid every bill in that household. I did nothing but buy you gifts. It's photos and everything of it. It's all on my page. Never trust a celebrity who erased their Instagram. They hiding from something. It's still there. Me buying her gifts. All that materialistic. If you notice, her entire thing was about materialism. Just fabricating. She just recently told me she don't got no money. So what you talking this money talk? Hey, this is what I got in my account. Let's keep it a buck. So you want to fabricate these stories. I don't have to fabricate to impress anybody. Everybody knows I'm a hard worker. Everybody know I came from the bottom. Everybody know I went from artist, transition to executive. All of the times y'all see me support this woman, any song, any video she dropped, show me one post of her saying, subscribe to TuneCore. Show me one. Just show me one. Show me one, guys. When I dropped the
I don't believe Papoose don't have no money. Like, he been rocking the TuneCore shit from the very beginning. He dropped one album a month for a whole year. And that's what helped him get his promotion with TuneCore. Like, so I don't believe Papoose. I don't believe her. I think she's lying when it comes to saying, like, he's broke.
Album every month. Every single month. As the year progressed, the producers and the artists.
Exactly. He's speaking about it now. And Outface, thank you for your comment. I see what you say. You said, I feel like that's wrong of him to say unless he has proof, but humiliating her online is crazy. Well, she's been humiliating him and exposing him for a while.
Grew higher and higher and higher. By the time I got to the end of the year and I caught that
fair exchange ain't no robbery. Don't look, the energy you put out, that's the energy you get back.
Feature with Lil Wayne, she ain't come home no more. She started staying out. There's people very close to you. When you did that, they said, Pat, we know her for a long time. Don't pay her no mind. She's only doing that to throw you off of your grind. She see you finally about to be successful again, bro. It's been a long time. You deserve it. You know what she did? Start staying out, not coming home.
So I believe this. Because for the longest, it was all about Remy, right? Now, Papoose starting to get his shine. A narcissist don't like for you to outshine them. I believe that. That's when all their relationship really started to fall apart. When he started popping and making his own money.
I could go on and on about her. She could fabricate any lie she want about me. Any lie she want to fabricate, she could fabricate. I wrote 90% of the music since I've been with her. And if you come around me and you type a keyword from any one of her verses, it pops up in my phone with the date that I wrote it. So all of this money talk on that aspect, that's cap. You talk about me buying you gifts. You try to say in the past, oh, he don't buy gifts. That's documented. You walk around with thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars of jewelry that I bought every single day. You talking this jewelry talk. First and foremost, I have a cash business. So there's numerous times where I cashed you out and you went and bought things. With my money. With my money. You want to talk about property? We bought this house together. We bought it together. We bought it together. I wrote one of your biggest records, man. One of your biggest hits. So you want to downplay me as an artist when I wrote one of your biggest hits. That's so sad. But like I said earlier, the fact that you chose to mention my kids, that's why I responded on this video. As far as the divorce, like I said, she never wanted to get a divorce. She never wanted a divorce. That's correct. And she didn't want to do it peacefully, like two adults, because the attorneys brought to my attention, if you guys agree, the divorce could be private. But if you don't agree, it gets messy. I brought that to her attention. She never wanted to do it. Just recent, and I say within the past few weeks, she's been saying that she wanted to do it civilized way. So we had a plan. She said she wanted to go to a mediator. She wanted to go to a mediator. She wanted to work it out. She even tried to tell me, like I told you yesterday, she started asking me, are you done with me? Are you done with me? I said, is that even a question? I'm going forward with the divorce. Yes. Now I wake up to this morning. Very strange. So what I'm saying to y'all is the reason why this is happening because you mentioned my children and you lied. You cheated with this lame since 2022. You cheated with numerous others before that. And you know it's true.
And you know what? It's out there in public. Don't be surprised if Papoose get rewarded alimony. Let's look it up because they marriage was in New Jersey, she said. If a spouse cheats in New Jersey. Let's see. In New Jersey, infidelity or adultery generally doesn't automatically disqualify a spouse from receiving alimony. While adultery can be considered in a fault divorce, according to a New Jersey attorney, is not the primary factor to determine alimony. New Jersey primarily uses a no-fault divorce system where the focus is on the couple's financial needs and the marriage length rather than who was at fault. So a no-fault divorce, New Jersey, for most divorces, follows a no-fault system, meaning a divorce can be granted without proving one spouse was at fault, such as adultery. Fault adults. While fault divorces are possible, they require proven fault, like adultery, and the adultery can be considered when deciding alimony. It's pictures of her canoodling with Easy everywhere. Yo. Pat might win the bag off of her, yo. There's no public Yo.
You know it's true. You know it's true. Look at the comments. They know what I wrote. I wrote tons of her music. 90% of her music, I wrote it since I've been around her. I wrote.
And if that's the case, because she's saying like he been living off of her, if he wrote her music, he deserves a writer's credit, which means he gets a percentage.
I'd be like 3 songs on her first album. If I listen to it, I'll tell you exactly what I wrote. And when you listen to it, y'all know my pen. But that's neither here nor there. That's not why I came here. The only reason why I'm mentioning that is because you fabricated. You fabricated and you talked about my children. And as a father, I was not going to allow that. I've allowed you to do what you've been doing all of this time, and I said nothing. I said nothing. She got mad at me.
And I believe Pap when he said she was like, you done with me? Because she was trying to see if it was a way to get him back. Because I believe she seen what she's facing in this divorce. And it's cheaper to keep him. You heard? Yo, this shit about to be messy. Thumbs up the video.
Because I went live and said I didn't knock this lame out. Oh, it's not just the two. I said, Rem, whatever I got to do to assist you, I'm going to do it. Oh, no, but it's not just us. What the hell you mean it's not just us? Who is this nigga? Very bitter because I moved on, because I finally moved on. I got tired of sitting there tolerating it. And I was there for my daughter, but I started to realize that my daughter didn't need to see me like that. She didn't need to see her father when she got to come in another room to visit me now, when we all used to sleep together as a family. I started to realize that. I said, you know what? I would rather her see me how she's supposed to see her dad, on his feet, doing the right thing, not sitting in here tolerating somebody who constantly stabbing me in my back. So I decided to move on. And as far as the divorce, the reason why I filed today was because, like I said, me and her just spoke. And I told her, I'm going to go Saturday and speak to my attorney. After I speak, I'll be ready to do the mediation. You know what I'm saying? Or for the mediator. But since she's so upset, because if you pay attention, Clarissa has a fight coming up. Clarissa's out here shining like the diamond she is. And she's mad. She's bitter that I moved on. So she wanted to go on social media today and fabricate. You come on the live talking about, oh, my mother went on to YouTube and she said, are you in the hospital? Damn fake hospital videos is old as hell. You just wanted an excuse to come up here and be malicious and make up lies. Let's keep it a buck. That was pathetic. This you on the live talking about, pay attention, y'all. Go back to the live and watch this. Oh, don't call me. No, y'all, don't call me. What Ed Lover say? Come on, son. Come on, son. Nobody was calling you. Nobody was calling you. Picked up the phone and said, no, don't call me. Oh, I thought you was calling me about that. They didn't even know she was live, y'all. Your bullshit and your tactics is not relevant. If you look at Cardi B video, when she went at, when she was talking, I think she went live about her husband or whatever, because I don't want to get in their business. But during her video, she was like, nobody call me. Nobody call me. You up here, Emmy. You want to imitate that, man. You're not Cardi B, man. Let's keep it a buck. This is how phony you is. Yes, she did. She on the live saying, oh, don't call me, no. But she picked up the phone. Oh, I thought she was calling me about that. Nobody was calling me about that. They didn't care. Nobody cared about that. But this is the fabrication and the fakeness. This is the fakeness. You just needed an excuse to do that. You've been telling me for the longest, when I knocked them out, oh, I'm gonna make you lose your job. That's the first thing that came out of my mouth. Like I said earlier, never supported it. All the support y'all seen. And mind you, I don't want y'all to take my word for this. It speaks for itself. So document it. Never let these celebrities who you support spend money on, follow their journey, open their mouth when something bad happens to tell you. You don't know me. You don't know my real life. Yes, they do. I documented when my child was born in front of them. I documented the wedding. I documented visiting you. So these people been following our journey for a long time. They say that because they don't want you to believe your eyes. Y'all seen it, y'all. Everything y'all seen was true. Y'all seen the entire journey of us. And throughout that journey, what did y'all say? What did y'all notice? Y'all seen support. Y'all seen loyalty.
Him trying to keep
authenticity.
I seen him trying to keep her on track and really loving on her, like for real. That's what I seen. Y'all let me know in the comments. It's facts. She could say what she want and try to spin a narrative. He documented everything, and that's when she gonna get caught up.
Y'all seen my daughter be born. I welcomed y'all into the delivery room. It was all documented. Now you want to lie to these people and rewrite history and say, he didn't support me, he didn't do this, he didn't do that. You're a damn liar. I had to pack up the house that you was renting when you caught the case and put everything in storage. I had to fly everybody up. I had to relocate and get a condo close to the prison so I could visit you. I went and visited you every day for a year straight because I knew you needed me. I knew you needed me.
And let me tell you, it's not a lot of men that's going to do biz with women. Y'all name me one man that's going to be willing, except for on Love After Lockup. Okay. Before that show, you would see very few men supporting women in prison like that. Like, unless they was this a simp. Like, they like being used and taken advantage of.
And now you want to come in front of these people and change that and change the facts of what happened? Really? Why? Because I wouldn't lie and say I didn't knock some lame out who deserved it? You don't shake no man hand to sleep with his wife. When you had to pay the civil suit, I paid that. I left from overseas. I had another show. I was on tour. I skipped out of my show, flew back here. They said, Pat, what you doing? You got another engagement. Your contractor do this. I said, I gotta go, man. Rem need me. Anybody who was on tour with me, please step to the front. I flew back and bailed you out. I flew back and bailed you out. Because that's what real people do.
Facts.
I don't want to bring people names in it, but another individual put up the house, I put up the cash. Because you needed it. And you know another reason why I had to bail you out, because you didn't have the money. You didn't have the money. You know what I'm saying? I'm not even going to bring Joe in a minute. I'm not even going to bring them in it. But your relationship wasn't what it was at the time. You burnt all your bridges. I was wondering at the time.
Facts. She went on Hot 97 and blasted Fat Joe because she was unhappy with the business arrangement. Sure did. She sure did burn that bridge, and she had to kiss the feet of Fat Joe when she came home.
Damn, why nobody rock with her? Why nobody supporting her? Why everybody turning their back? Because you burn your bridges. That's why I should have knew. That was a flag. That was a red flag. Your family love you. I tell you all the time. But do you love them back? Who do you love? Who do you love? You got a problem with everybody. Ever since Cam left Juju, she been the bitter best friend. Putting bad ideas, bad concepts, bad advice in your ear. Let's keep it real. See what I'm saying? This is what I didn't want to do, man. Because to me, this ain't what it is. But the fact that you mentioned my children, I cannot let that ride. Because I stand on that. You want to fabricate stories. Like I ain't bring you 35, I'm sorry, pardon me, y'all, 30 to 31 pounds of food every month. For the entire 6 years, you was incarcerated. You want to fabricate stories like I didn't come to Rikers Island with my mother and your mother, who are two great, amazing women. Both of them love their families, take care of their families. Like we didn't know come here so we could have a wedding. When that whole Key situation transpired, like I didn't go through that storm with you. Like I wasn't in the courtroom fighting officers over your situation. So, you're very ungrateful. And it's sad to say, I don't want to disrespect you as a woman, but you're a narcissist. I wish I didn't have to come on this live and do this, but I had to do it. I had to do it. Everything, as far as my clothes, guess what, y'all? When I left, I didn't want nothing. I didn't care about the clothes. I said, I don't care about nothing. Get your clothes, bro. I said, nah, I did not want it. I didn't want no clothes. Keep it. Keep it. I just needed to leave, man. Because like I said, I didn't want.
That speaks volumes. The fact that he would just leave all his clothes, everything. That just shows how in love he was brokenhearted, I feel.
When I get off live, I'll call you back.
I hate when people do that. They see you on live and shit, and they want to keep calling you. Like, you see me on live. Here's the other part.
Okay, cool. What's going on? So a couple people kept calling me, you know what I'm saying, earlier, and every time they call, it messes up the live. So I had to shut it down earlier, but I wasn't finished what I was saying. I'm gonna wrap this up for the night. You know what I'm saying? First and foremost, all of this fabrication that's going on. Hold on, let me make sure I clarify this the right way. Let me get this right. Since you want to continue with these lies. Hold on a second. Yeah, so first and foremost, I wanted to speak about I love all my kids the same. Everybody who know me know that. Everybody who know me, they know that about me. Love all my kids equally, love all my kids the same. But it's mighty strange, and if y'all pay attention, you will see what type of person she is. You sit here and you want to mention my son. Okay. First and foremost, I love all my kids the same. Anybody who knows me knows that. You can scroll down my page. The Father's Day, when all that shit transpired, is a picture on my page. It's still there. Like I said, never trust a celebrity who erased their Instagram. That picture is still there. I've taken my son to the Knicks game. I'm just talking about the things that y'all can see visibly. When I did television, my son is on there with me. She tried to go out here and exploit my son. And somebody told me, she said, oh, if he keep talking, I'm going to go on live with his son or whatever. What? So you still mentioning my children, right? Okay, let's talk about it. You are the one who have malicious things to say about other people's kids. You know what I'm saying? That's number one. Number two, and I don't even want to bring my stepson in it because I know his situation is very serious and I love him. And I love my son the same. I love both of them. But I love my stepson like he my real son because I raised him. Always took care of him. Everything he went through, I was the one who was there for him. Even right now, the situation that he's in, I went to visit him. You didn't even visit him. So for a person who know what it was to be behind that wall, you didn't even.
Wow, she didn't even visit her son. Remember, her son just caught a red rum charge. Granted, but just her being in the situation she was in, you would think she would be understanding and supportive of her child. But Remy is very cold. She's conceited, just like her song. She very cold. And the disconnect between her and her son, I'm thinking there's some resentment there behind his mother being behind bars all them years. He didn't respect her anymore, and that's why he was in them streets. But dang, you ain't even go see your kid? That's crazy.
Visit him. You waited till I visit him, then you went to visit him. And you know what? People bear witness to that. But let's keep it moving. Like I said, scroll down my page, you see pictures of me with my son. You see videos in the past. Now, as a parent, as a real parent who raised their child from when they're young till they get older, we all know it's two different things. It's not the same. As your child gets older, all my kids, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes you go through certain stages where y'all don't see eye to eye, certain situations take place. That's normal in parenthood. But I love my son, I love my stepson, I love all my kids, I love my daughters, all the same. Like I said, as your kids get older, sometimes y'all have differences because as a parent, certain things you want for them, certain things they want for themselves. But that doesn't change the love. Love all my kids the same. So I just wanted to point that out. So don't ever try to threaten me to exploit my son. You can never threaten the lifestyle that he chose to live. That's up to him. That doesn't mean I don't love him. Let's move on along. Cause I gotta make sure I don't. And then I think that the relationship with my mother-in-law, you know what I'm saying? Because I love her to death, and she was one of my closest friends. She still is. And your entire family, you want to pretend like you got any type of love for my son. You don't got no love for nobody in my family. You never showed no love you had animosity and hatred towards everybody, especially other women. You are a very unhappy individual. So you want to now fabricate and try to make it seem just so you can exploit? Don't you know that when you were saying what you were saying on what I just played about the meatball, the lane, that you said some other things that I could end this whole charade that you're trying to play with? But I'm going to just allow you to keep going. I'm going to allow you to keep going because that's what you like to do. Moving on along. I told y'all earlier, I'm going to let y'all know one of the reasons why she has so much animosity towards me. And I never got to finish that because people kept calling my phone. But you know what? I'm going to let y'all know. But before I let y'all know that, I do want to say this. I've supported your whole family, not just you. I've supported your whole family financially ever since I've been around them. Right now, you're not speaking to nobody in your family. You're mad at them because they still love me. So if I'm this guy who don't support, who don't pay money, who don't pay bills, who don't do this and that, why your whole family love me? Because not only was I there morally, I'm there for them financially too. If anybody called me and said, yo, pal, I need X, Y, Z, I give it to them. Ask, and I'm talking about her family. Call them and ask them. Anybody from anywhere where her family live, ask them about Papoose. Ask them, did I ever deny them anything? Ask them when I give them shirt off.
And we seen when she first came home and they were on Love and Hip Hop, she was beefing with her whole family and was rude to Pat family. He's not lying.
My back if they ever in time of need. To this day, man. When you turn them away, guess who they come to? Guess who look out? And I am not saying that I don't do that so I could come up on here and say it. That's why I'm not speaking about it in detail. But the fact that you fabricating these stories about my character, I got to do it. Also, what I wanted to address. Throughout the duration of me being home with my child, when you abandoned my child, so you could go stay in an apartment that you got 40 minutes away from my house, I can literally post the address up here. She went and got an apartment between her and this lane, 40 minutes from my house, ran back and forth there every other day, lying, saying she not with the dude anyway. You went and got this apartment 40 minutes away from my house. And so the main reason why she started to have animosity towards me was this. one day, because every birthday, we celebrate birthdays together as a family. Every holiday. Guess what, y'all? Very consistent with what I said earlier. Y'all seen it. If y'all scroll down my page, if you got time, everything is there. It's in order. This social media thing, it has its pros and cons, but if you go through it, it tells a story. But if you go to her page, the history, a lot of it is erased because that's what people do when they got something to hide, when they want to try to be somebody that they're not. She want to go around the lane and change the story around. Lied to him bad. He's a clown. Lied to him. He on the recording just saying a bunch of untrue stuff. He's an airhead. I just played her saying that she would have been done with him if I would have knocked him out. Guess what, y'all? He's still going to deal with her because he's a bum. The league is hers. It's not his. She threatens him anytime he get mad. Oh, I'm taking my ticket down. You sleeping with this girl, take it off. I got all of that document. That's neither here nor there. I told y'all about, I was going to let y'all know why she got so much animosity towards me. So the reason why she got so much animosity towards me is because when you find out the truth about a person, they will start to resent you. Every birthday we celebrate as a family. Okay. Matter of fact, I'm going to go back further. When she was away, I visited her all the time. I visited her so much that I feel like I know a lot of the people she was locked up with because I sat on the visiting floor from 8 in the morning to 3:15 when the visit is over. So through that time, she would just tell me certain situations that was going on in the jail and all of that. Anybody from Bedford Hills, can you please step to the front? Anybody who was in Bedford Hills with her, please step to the front. Okay, moving on along. Visited her all the time, so she told me plenty of stories. So I know these people. She had a friend that she was away with, right? Okay. Do I want to say this individual's name? Let me just move along with the story. She had a certain individual who she was locked up with. I always heard this person's name. I ain't think nothing of it. Cool. It's her friend. Okay, she's home now. We celebrate all holidays together. If you look down my page, I hate to say this, but it's one of the things that I want y'all to look at. Because when she said about me spending money, you'll see the gifts being bought. You'll see the diamond necklaces and chains being bought when she started the league. Since she wanted to fabricate and say, oh, he never wanted me to start the league. You'll see that. You'll see the Mother's Days. You'll see the Christmas. You'll see the birthdays. But you know what an ungrateful person says? They downplay that. They downplay that. So the most important part is not the materialistic things, what she seems to keep talking about. Y'all notice that? Every time she's talking about me, it's about materialism and fabricating about money because she thinks that y'all think she's the bigger artist. So she's playing along with that. She thinks that y'all think she rich. This is the same individual who just texted me a screenshot and said, this is how much money I got. You know what I'm saying? But moving on along. So the holiday, this time her birthday comes. She's been home a couple years. I don't remember exactly what year it was, but she informed me, hey, such and such just came home, one of the individuals who she was locked up with. So I said, oh, okay, that's cool. But I remember the name from when she was away. I don't think nothing of it. Oh, this year, we always celebrate our birthdays together. Me, her, and the baby birthday, my birthday, our family. They all come around. It's like, that's how I was raised. So I'm real big on family. So this particular year, she says, I want to have an all-girls party. So I'm like, okay. So you don't want me and the baby to come? All right. No, just my friends, all girls. I'm like, damn, that's a little, I don't want to.
He's explaining because Remy came for Clarissa, his relationship. She's trying to assassinate his character. We're going to get into her commentary next. But she's had multiple affairs and she's trying to deny it. And Papoose is now describing another affair that she had. This is before Easy, the block captain. Okay. The reason why he's putting it all out there is because Remy came for the kids, started to involve the kids, which is sad.
It's strange, but I was like, okay, we usually do it as a family, but this is cool. You want to have it with all girls. So she has the all girls party. I don't go. I falls back. The friend who was incarcerated comes to the crib. She attends the all girls party, all the friends, cool. After that, we had like a little dinner in the basement or whatever at the crib. So this is the first time I seen homegirl outside of when they was in the penitentiary together. So I see her at the crib. Okay, she stayed for a couple days. She spent the night. Cool. A little activity was a little weird, but I didn't think nothing of that. Moving on along, she comes back to the crib on another occasion. So this time when she comes to visit the crib, every night when it's time to go to bed, she's telling me, oh, I'm gonna go sleep in the guest room with such and such. I don't even want to say this individual name because I ain't even trying to give her no clout. She's a extreme clout chaser. So I don't even want to say her name. So she tells me, I'm going to sleep in the guest room with such and such. I said, okay, that's cool. I sleep in the room by myself. Big ass crib, big ass room, everything. You know what I'm saying? Everything that I bought through the whole crib, all the utilities in my name. That's another story, but she fabricating. Moving on along, that's documented too, because I've been paying it out the same account for over 15 years, whatever, or more. Moving on along, I sleep in the room by myself. I don't think nothing of it. Next day, same thing. I said, damn, babe, you sleeping in there again? She like, yeah, I'm just staying with such and such, right? I said, all right, cool. Anybody in Bedford Hills, can you please step to the front?
Hey, Gracie
So,
Boo.
Now I'm like, damn.
Hey, Gracie Boo. Yes, please like this video. Yo, she was sleeping with women. She was sleeping with men. And I believe it. I'm going to show y'all why in a second.
This shit weird. The hell? You feel me? So at this time, I try to be intimate. I'm keeping it 100 with you. I try to be intimate with her. And she came into bed with me. She hugged me, kissed me, the whole thing. And at this time, I'm trying to be intimate with her. When it's time to go down, she slipped out of it. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, oh, okay.
Different woman.
She go, after she do that, she go back to sleep in the room with homegirl this particular night. I said, something is fishy here. I said, I ain't no rocket scientist, but this ain't add up. You feel me? So I said, damn, something wrong, something ain't right here. So one time I had to go do something. I had to go handle some business. So I go handle business. I come back in the crib. It's a big ass crib. And they got like a long walkway to get to our bedroom. It's like a long walkway. And then on the other side is the other rooms. So I come in the crib. As soon as I walk in, I look down towards our bedroom. I see my daughter in our room by herself. I say, yo, what the heck? Where the hell is she at? So I go up the other side. And when I tell you this is a big crib, so it's a long walkway. I go to the other side. I go in the room. She in the bed. I don't see homegirl though. It's like she booked it or something when I came. But I see a whole plate, peanuts, cashew, all these type of raisins all laid out. But my daughter in the room by herself. So I said, yo, why the baby in the room by herself? She made some bullshit excuse. Extreme liar. You never seen a liar like this in your life. I said, where homegirl at? She didn't even answer that. It was just like a weird answer. I pushed past that. Moving on along. I hate to say this, y'all. I hate to say this. But you want to know why she started having so much animosity towards me? Because I ended up finding out the truth, y'all. And I'm not saying this because it's a bad thing.
I don't think he lying. I think Remy was not gay for the state when she was in prison. I think Remy really is a lesbian.
But I'm saying this because, and when I say not a bad thing, because I don't judge people who live that lifestyle. But she has done a lot of bashing towards people who live that lifestyle and talk so bad about them and say so many foul things about them that it hurted her so bad that I knew the truth. So on another day, I caught her with this individual in our house while my daughter was on the bed with them. Ended up catching it. Now, This individual is a female. So I can't do nothing to her. I don't put my hands on females. Y'all want to know what I did? I told the individual, I said, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I'm gonna be honest. I didn't put my hands on her because I'm not gonna do that. I don't hit women. But I told her to get out. I said, get the fuck out. Because I felt very disrespected that took place in my house while my daughter was right there on the bed. And you know what she did? Blamed me. Said it wasn't true. Said my ears deceived me. My eyes deceived me. Which goes back to what I was telling y'all earlier. She's the type of person who will say something to you and 10 to 5 minutes later, she'll say, I didn't say that. Straight bipolar. Straight bipolar. Was diagnosed with it. So ever since I caught that, she resented me. She had a lot of animosity towards me because I knew the truth. When you find out the truth about a person, they will despise you. I want y'all to know that. So for her to have me shake a dude's hand and sleep with him, it was nothing after that because she had it all against me. She had all the animosity in the world against me. Why? Because she knows I know the truth. And it's not even something that I judge. Like I said, I don't judge nobody who lived that lifestyle. I do think it was very disgusting that it took place in the house while my daughter was in the bed. I thought that was very disgusting. And I'm telling y'all this because I know a lot of people think, damn, what Pat did, what he did, he must have did something. In the normal world, with logical people, civilized people, yes, not with her.
No, but when it comes to a narcissist, you don't necessarily have to do anything wrong. They just want what they want when they want it at all costs, with no repercussions, no accountability, nothing.
So that whole rant about, oh, if a person has everything, a good husband, supportive, and this, that, and the third, and support you financially, why would they cheat? Because that's you. You're ungrateful.
Right.
You're a backstabber.
Right.
So a normal person.
And look how she backstabbed Fat Joe. Okay? All right. I just wanted y'all to hear those details, but I believe Pat. I take you back. What's this, like 15 years ago? Yep, this 15 years ago, Nicki Minaj speaks on Remy Ma. Like, we never knew how they beef really generated from. Like, why? What's the animosity for or whatever? Like, let's get into it.
Had something to say on camera. Okay. Now, what is it that you want to say? We understand.
First, shout out to Greg Gasm TV. Shout out to them.
You said you know Remy Ma.
Yes, I do. I'm straight from the Bronx. I'm not a Harlem nigga. I fucks with Harlem, but I'm a BX chick. You feel me? And all that. Castle Hill, shout out and all that. But True Stills, you know what I mean? Real talk, I know Remy Ma and all that.
Okay, you said you know her, and basically, what is it that you want to let the viewers know about what you know about Remy Ma and what went down?
I just want to let y'all know out there that, you feel me? Remy, first off, I love you, baby. You feel me? I'm so glad of your success and all that. You made it, baby. You know that. You feel me? You super fly. But, I just have something to say. I just wanted to let this out, let it off my chest, let it off my back. And boom. I used to fuck with her. Straight off. I know her. Used to chill with her, smoke with her, drink, pop bottles, burn L's and all that. You feel me? I dead ass no lie. This is not a stunt. You feel me? I'm not motherfucking. What's that nigga that do the stunts? The nigga on the motorcycles?
Super Dave.
That's Super Dave, nigga. What the fuck is that?
Evil Knievel.
Evil Knievel, nigga. Right. I don't do stunts. I'm not Evil Knievel. You know what I mean? But I did ass had relations with her and all that. Ate the box. You feel me? It's whatever though. You know what I mean? And
what did she do to you?
I just told you she ate the box. Like
and you mad because she acting like she don't know you now.
Exactly, B. Not picking them nigga calls up. You know what I mean? Send a nigga.
You got Remy Ma number. Call her right now. Call her right now. Call her right now, real quick. Put it on speakerphone. Call her right now, real quick. Call Remy Ma right now, real quick. And see
I'm
if
not
you
even gonna say her government. I'm gonna just say Remy Ma, her stage name. You feel me?
Go ahead.
I'm not even gonna blow it like that.
Go ahead, call it. Put it on speaker.
It's on speaker. Hopefully y'all can hear it.
Hello?
Yo, Rem, what's good, baby?
What's good, Shorty? What's up?
What's really good? Why you be fronting on me and all that? Like, come on.
I don't got time for that.
To me, you ain't got time for that. Hello? Prove my point.
Period. And this is before she went to prison, baby. Okay, prison ain't turned her out. Remy been turned out. That's stud Nicki Minaj telling you Remy ate the box. Thumbs up the video. That is some old school for your ass, baby. Okay. All right, so let's get into Remy's side. Okay, where should we begin? Where should I begin with her? It's a couple of clips of her. Let's start here. She a beautiful girl. You can't deny it, but she's got a disgusting, nasty attitude. And people in the industry, you want to know why her career doesn't go far? It's because she has a very, very nasty attitude. Nobody wants to work with her.
Hello. Happy rainy Thursday. Yeah. Thank you. No, I you gotta like curl the baby hairs first. Duck lips. Hey guys. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Yes, Gemini season is upon us. It has begun.
Woo!
Gemini gang. Shout out to all my Geminis. Yes, just want to remind y'all, my
We ain't claiming you, Remy. We ain't claiming you, but Gemini season is coming.
birthday is coming. It is. Ain't nothing peeking out the shirt. Y'all so sheesh. Goodness grief. No, I'm literally about to, I don't know if I want to do 2 ponytails or 1 ponytail, but I know I had to curl my baby hair. So right now, this is my baby hairs curled, okay? That's what's happening. Blew it out already. I'm going to decide if I'm doing 1 ponytail or 2 ponytails. And y'all funny. Y'all funny. Listen. Don't I'm trying. I'm trying. Ooh, somebody said come to Nigeria for your birthday. I actually already have it mapped out where I'm going, but that would have probably been cool. Maybe next year. Mm-hmm. 2 French braids. I could do that too. That could work. 2 French braids could go. Pintails, pigtails. Like I said, message me. I need styling. Don't listen. Don't nobody call me about nothing about. No, I dress myself. I just get dressed. That's it. That's it. And that's all. No, not no Jamaica, man. Well, I swear, every time I come on here and I don't have no makeup on, y'all be like, "Oh, how'd you get that scar on your lip?" Y'all know. I've been there forever. Like, stop. Why? St. Lucia was an option. It was an option, but we're not doing St. Lucia. We're actually going to one of my friends. While we're there, I'm gonna document it. But one of my friends literally built their own resort, and it's just so fire. It's like a holistic medicinal resort, and he's pretty much shutting down the whole thing for me and my friends and things like that.
She need a resort like that. Cleanse your soul, girl. Cleanse your soul.
So Memorial Weekend, for y'all that know, y'all know my birthday always falls on or around Memorial Day, so we call it.
That explains it. She's a May Gemini. Mm-hmm.
The Memorial Weekend. Memorial Weekend's gonna be a thing this year. I'm really, really excited. I'm excited. So here's the thing, right? So my mom calls me, right? Well, let me start with this, right? I don't do this. I come on here for entertainment, hee ha ha, if I'm promoting something, and then I'm out. That's it. Yes, I'm coming back to Belize. I'm absolutely coming back to Belize. But I feel like people who know a little bit about me, they know I don't really do social media. I just don't. That's not my thing. If I have something to say, I say. I don't even do subliminals. My at button works very well. Very, very, very well. You understand? If I want to at somebody, I'm the queen of finding, excuse me, you got so number, let me get that. Hello. Like that's me. But it seems like whenever somebody has something they want to promote because nobody cares about what they're doing, otherwise they turn this little thing on here or they go sit on a platform with just enough traction, hoping that it forces me to cause some type of interaction. Never gonna do that. Never gonna do that. I'm not emotional. I'm actually really happy and really content. I'm actually probably the most content and the most at peace that I've been in my life in a really, really long time. Okay. I told my friends, because they're like, Ram, just keep doing what you've been doing. Don't say nothing. Don't talk about. No. 2025. We're getting a little bit of the ORAM. I'm really the realest ninja people know. Really, like seriously, because I'll take it.
Let me tell you something. Hey, Bright Eyes. Happy Friday. If you really will, it's just going to show. You don't have to say it. It's just like if you rich, people going to know you're rich. Not necessarily. If you one of them rich people that just keep things simple or whatever. But you know when people got money. You know when people really are real. They don't have to say it. So when people have to say these things out loud, that automatically makes me think the opposite of them. Because why are you trying to convince me?
Hey, I'll take people saying this about me or saying that about me because I know the truth. And the people involved know the truth. I could get in front of this app and whatever and act like whatever, but you know what's really up. Like, really know what's up. Like, so stop playing with me. Stop playing with me. I'm like why we got to do that? Better, you know what my thing is? I went on to YouTube today, and like a little while ago, and I typed in my name, bro. If you listen to YouTube, because my mom called me, she's like, I just want to make sure you're okay. You know, everyone keeps calling me. I said, Mama, what are you talking about? What are you talking about? You know, they saying you're sick and that you're in a coma. And I said, what? Mom. First of all, I do believe if I was in a coma, they'd call you. I'm just assuming that. But these people, like, and this shit be on there having tens of thousands of views. I'm sick. I'm not sick. I'm not sick. Like, I'm very healthy, actually. I'm the healthiest I've been in a long, like, since I started my pescatarian and my Pilates and things like that. I'm good. You understand? I'm not sick. I'm definitely not in a coma, as you can see. Y'all don't see me courtside. Hee ha 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 ha. Do I look like I'm in a fucking coma? I'm not in a coma. But speaking of courtside, Millie's is not my boyfriend. Like, anybody that I sit next to or that I talk to or that I'm saying is not my boyfriend. I'm not in a relationship. I'm not pressed for no relationship. Like, I'm just not. I'm not. Like, y'all have to stop. Y'all have to stop. You understand? You have to stop. And I be like, oh, people got common sense. They could just see. People don't got common sense. I realize that. I swear, I promise you, go to YouTube. Go to YouTube. I'm in a.
Yo, we don't care. We don't care. Let's go back to her and talk about she real. Real people, mature people, when they are done with a relationship, they end it before starting a new one. That's what real people do. That's what grown-ups do. It's called adulting. You know, sometimes people are in your life for a reason, season, or a lifetime. I think this is all phony. Her coming up here addressing AI videos. Like, girl, bye.
Home. They got I don't know if it's AI or what, but I'm in the bed. I'm in the bed with all type of things hooked up to me. Like, what? What? I'm not in a coma. I'm great. You understand? But I see everybody's in my comments like, oh, what do you have to say about this? What do you have to say about? I don't have, as far as my personal life, I don't have to speak on my whoever I'm with is who I'm with. You understand? But unfortunately, due to circumstances, I can't just move how I want to. I'm not just gonna be moving around here knowing that there's paperwork that needs to be signed. Let's be very.
Yeah, but you've been moving around sloppy, Remy. There's pictures of you and Easy out to dinner. Tasha K busted them first, okay? You all out here canoodling with a man in a rap battle. Easy the Block hopped in. He did a whole line like, Remy, you love me? And she said, yes. The paperwork ain't in yet. She's a narcissist, like her husband said.
Very clear. Very clear. I am not holding nobody. Listen, I am not holding anybody. I'm not that girl. I'm not the girl that's gonna hang on to somebody that doesn't want to be held on to. I'm not the girl that's gonna wait while you trying to finish whatever you doing. But that ain't me. That would never be me. I'm out. I'm out. I've told Papoose. I told them, why don't you tell this stuff? Why don't you tell your current come up? Because that's what it is. Tell your current come up. Don't say nothing about me. Maybe not even say nothing.
I was on mute. Thank you, D Vlogs, for being a new subscriber. Naughty Crew, please welcome D Vlogs. I appreciate you joining, and I look forward to interacting with you. I mean, this chick is delusional, okay? Because she's out here messy, okay? That's her and Easy with matching outfits, okay? Look at the Christmas pictures. Yes, honey. Papoose about to get him some alimony, baby. Okay? As she sit out here posing with the Papoose knockoff, baby. It's all out here. Tasha K. Look, matching outfits. Okay? Tasha K revealed it first. Out to dinner, canoodling with this clown, this bozo, and the words of Papoose. All right? But she talking about she ain't moving sloppy, girl. I beg to differ. Get your life, okay, Remy? You about to be paying some alimony. I hope you saving your money, girl.
About you until shit is what it is. I'm in here on my TVs. You know, me and my daughter, we have the same name. She looks at everything. I'm in here putting certain things in so that when she's scrolling through YouTube, certain things don't come up, and I gotta try to explain to her. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing anything extra. You understand what I'm saying? I'm not trying to prove to nobody who I'm with or what I'm doing, because that's not what I do. That's not what I do. Like, nobody shouldn't have any ill will towards me because I ain't do nothing to nobody. Nobody in the whole situation should have any ill will.
Yo, Clarissa says she doesn't have anything against you, but you seem to have a whole bunch of animosity towards her. Again, this speaks to her narcissism, no accountability. You cheated. At least own that, but she can't. But it's Pap about to get alimony. Trust and believe.
Towards me. Nobody. I mean, you're just mad. You're punching the air. That my air, I've never breathed so freely in my life. Okay. I couldn't take it anymore. I said, hey, this ain't what it is. We can't keep doing this. We talking about people being truthful. Truthful?
She's the Lulu. And if that was the case, file for the divorce.
The truth, you will probably literally, like, people will cry if they knew the truth. Like, literally cry. Like, cry. I look at it now and I feel sorry for old girl. Like, I feel sorry for her. Because I know
she's talking about Clarissa Shields. I feel sorry too, because you dating a married man, girl. It's not going to end good for you.
The circles that's being ran and wrapped around over there. Like, I would cry. I feel bad. Stop calling me. Hello. Oh, I'm on live. I thought you was calling me to tell me to get off live. No, I'll call you back. How am I going outside? Because I'm not sitting here telling y'all everything that happened. That in a marriage, if you've never been married, you understand? If you've never been married, you wouldn't understand the bond that's supposed to be between two people. You wouldn't understand that. You wouldn't understand.
I don't feel like she said anything disrespectful, but also I don't respect the position she's claiming with Papoose, trying to convince the world that they are one, they so together, but get the divorce. Hold on.
Hold on, what you saying? Listen. I know what people care about. That man, he cares about what y'all think. I don't care about what y'all think. Like, not, unfortunately, not trying to be funny. I appreciate my fans and people that are actually my fans and that love me. You understand? But I don't care what people think. Can't nobody with a revolving door on a coochie tell me I'm for the streets. I've been with the same man. I was with the same man for almost 20 years. Can't nobody tell me I'm for the street and make me feel some type of way? Are you crazy? Can't nobody tell me, oh, you fumbled it. It's so funny watching people like, you had a good husband. He's only had one wife. The only person that can tell y'all if he's a good husband or not. And when he was, I told y'all that. I told y'all. When shit was cool, when shit was like, when it was what I thought it was, I kept it a being. When it's not, when it wasn't, I ain't say nothing. I dealt with it.
You know, to me, Remy, in my past lives, I covered this. When she first came out, started speaking on it, she had more animosity towards Clarissa than anything. Like she was making it seem like Pap he not even attracted to her. She tried to make comments towards her looks and everything. She tried to humiliate her. And to me, that's like, you're bitter now. Because Clarissa, she came out and said, like, I don't know her, I don't have nothing against her. But I feel like Remy mad because Pap moved on. I really feel like that. I don't care. Like, she could put on this whole facade, but I think she really mad.
I dealt with it. I ain't never met a bitch. I've been waiting for somebody to just use a little bit of common sense. I ain't never met a female who has a perfect dude that takes care of her, helps her financially, emotionally, physically, is there for you, treat you like this wonderful thing, right? And you just say, you know what? I don't care. Fuck this whole shit. Who does that? Nobody. Oh, everyone looks so much happier now. Girl, man, don't nobody fall in love faster than somebody with nowhere to stay. The fuck? I literally told him, every time your current come up says my name or does something that I feel is trying to attack me in any type of way, I'ma drag you. And I haven't even been dragging them. Bad enough, you got my daughter's mom out here looking crazy because you refuse to tell people, hey, me and Rem haven't even slept in the same bed since May 2022. You don't want to tell nobody that. You were so wrapped up in the whole black love thing. That was your thing. That was the only thing you had. And I realized that. And I respected that. You know what?
What's so wrong with it? I love the Black Love movement. Leslie said Pap's not healed. That's why Clarissa will be heartbroken. Absolutely, I agree. God not going to bless you with a married man. Sorry, period.
Don't need to be out here telling people you ain't this and you ain't got this and you ain't doing this and you ain't that. Whoever get you, they'll see. I seen one of these. She was like, she said there was others. Who are they? I want to know. Do your own homework. No. But why she?
You saying that Papoose got other chicks, which he probably do got other chicks or whatever, but you will be happy to join back in the roster, Remy. Let's keep it real. You said you keep it real?
Out at me. Well, why she out at me? Because you loud. And I know he cares about his personal image and what people think. I needed that. I was being told, you want me out? Call police. Call your brother. Like, what? I'm not calling nobody. Over here to try to get them. First of all, the people telling me to call, they got love for you. They look at you as family. Jason Lee, what? Nah. I'm tired of anybody that I sit next to. Oh, that's her new boyfriend. Oh, she's on boyfriend number 4. How the fuck I'm gonna have a boyfriend where I have a lawyer? She has been retained since last year. Because the original plan was like, you know what? You do what you want to do. I do what I want to do. We said we was gonna raise our daughter a certain way, you know. And we gonna figure out how to live in the same house and whatever. But then motherfuckers felt like they can control what I do, but do whatever they want to do. When niggas tried to do when it came to my event and make a fucking scene, if y'all really look back, this didn't come from me. I'm not pushing, Jason. I'm not pushing the edge. I'm sitting on my couch, waiting for the laundry people that come and pick up the laundry and wash it and fold it and bring it back. Waiting for them to come, and waiting for the pool people to come clean the pool because I'm letting the girls have a pool party for Memorial Weekend. I'm cool. I'm a mother. I'm with my daughter all the time. I don't just pick her up once a month, if that, and then run to social media and post it to make it seem like I'm the parent of the year. I've seen my daughter more than 3 times this year. I see her every day. She's here. Nobody's taking my phone. She's here. Okay? I'm not, and let's be clear, nobody's scared of nobody. All of that tough talk, nobody, all that tells me that I'm coming at you way different than I come at anybody else. Like, nobody, there should be no ill feelings at all. Especially in my advice was like, hey, if you move on with somebody and that person wants to be with you and y'all planning a family together and all that, you can't come and talk crazy to me. How? Your future kid possibly is going to be related to my kid. What you doing? Stop. You understand what I'm saying? There's no ill feelings on either side. And I'm not emotional. I'm not. I'm very calm. And when I call him, I'm like, yo, why don't you do this and this? We don't got to be like this. Bad enough, one day, my daughter's going to get older because my son is already grown. All of our other kids, I don't even know if they're my kids anymore because, all of our other kids, they're grown. They're the same age as your girl.
Boom. And that's what set Pap off. That right there.
They're the same age. DJ was born in 95. She was born in 96. So I know how to deal with people of this age. You understand? Like, I'll be like, damn, like, call me. Like, if you ever really want to have a hard time, I'm not even gonna bash nobody. I'll tell you the truth. Somebody said, first of all, it's not about loving somebody, hating somebody, giving somebody, niggas got clout because of you. Listen, I know what I needed to do. There was no way. It's my house because I paid for it. All 1.3 million, whatever I paid in cash.
Wake up call, Remy. Whatever is acquired within the marriage is both you and Papoose's. I'm just saying, know your law before you start bragging about material things. What is yours is his. Whether it was your money or his money, y'all were married as one, and that's property that was acquired during the marriage. And guess what? You could be forced to sell it and give Pap half.
With my name on it only. So, yes. You understand? And if you're the one, I take care of the kid, I take care of it, so I stay here. You go, you move over here. You moved on, great. I'm trying to understand what's the holdup.
And see, that's why I'm glad we did Pap's version first. I believe he do got money in that house.
What's the holdup? Who's holding what up? Who's holding what up? I had my lawyer call, like, yo, we sent them the email, right? Yes. He gave his lawyer information? Yeah, you got it. You called him, right? What did she say? She said he hasn't retained her yet. If you don't go pay that lady, I said, okay, maybe it's not there. Maybe, hey, guess what? It could save both of us some money. We don't gotta have all our business out there. We don't have to do all of these things. I paid my lawyer already. Let's get a mediator. I don't want nothing. I don't want nothing. I'm not asking for child support, spousal support. I don't want no cars. I don't want no crib. I don't want nothing.
I mean, if you committed adultery, you wouldn't be entitled to those things. And maybe that's why Pap is moving kind of slow, because he's trying to figure out what he's entitled to. And if there's pictures, there's proof out here of you committing adultery, you could end up having to pay him alimony. You could end up having to sell that house, that property, and splitting it with him. Rem, you treading some dangerous water, sis.
I'm not giving nobody anything that there's need.
Of course you don't want anything, because you're the one that committed the acts to dissolute the marriage.
I'm lying. I did ask for my jury. I'm missing some jury. I'm missing some jury. I've been asking for my jury back for a long time. Oh, you play with police? You went to the police? I went to the police and filed a complaint about my missing jury that I have insurance on. Like, what? What are you talking about? What are you talking about? Or you could just give it to me and then that'll be the end of that. Because when I asked, I said, like, yo, babe, like, what the fuck is wrong?
Did you hear her? Yo, babe, right? Watch, pay attention, Naughty Crew.
With people. Basically, I'm literally just saying, hey, that's it. It doesn't have to be nothing. It don't got to be nothing. I literally let people say that, oh, infidelity ain't have nothing to do with our breakup. You know that. Because guess what? I'm such a real one. I know the procedure when somebody goes to prison. I know the procedure. So it was never about infidelity. When I came home and I went straight through that phone immediately. I know what was up. When I had to fight baby mothers at mother-in-law's houses on Thanksgiving, I knew that girl wasn't lying about what she was saying was going on while I was saying. I knew she wasn't lying. I just was mad. I knew she wasn't lying, though. If we keeping it a bean, I knew she wasn't lying. But what I don't like, I'm not saying nothing. I'm chilling. Well, I know he's telling you over there, right? Who called who babe? No. Nobody called nobody babe.
Yeah, you did. You just said babe. Yeah. Remember Pap said she'll say one thing 1 minute and turn around and say she ain't say it. Clock that T, Naughty Crew. Thumbs up this video.
Be clear. When did I say babe? Y'all don't even start on that. Basically, that's
when you was talking about the jewelry, you like, yo, babe, you could give me this, That's
what I said. But y'all didn't know about the fights that I had to fight baby mothers on Thanksgiving, right? In niggas' houses. Y'all don't know about. I'm not no corny ass bitch. That's why. Oh, she's this.
You corny now for saying it now. I mean, that's just like people that get on the internet and be like, I don't do this social media stuff, but I'm doing it, bitch.
She's a narcissist. She's a cheater. She's a this. You saying he not bringing nothing to the net, but he's sitting there allowing someone else to bring it to the net. That's what he's doing. I have a problem with that. I'm trying to be amicable, and do mediation, do this. Now I don't care. Like, haven't cared. I don't care. Like, there's always going to be some type of, I try to maintain some decorum, some level of respect. Like, how am I refusing to anything? I can literally right here call my lawyer right now. Right now. How am I refusing to sign something? You don't even got a lawyer and retainer. Oh, I just called my lawyer. I got a meeting with her on Saturday. What are y'all meeting for? Can I be there? and we could just have everything done. Mariah Lynn, shut the fuck up, you the realest. Shut up, because you be doing mad little oppie shit too. Don't start with me today.
You see that swinging move real quick? Yo. My thing is with her, why the rush? Why you rushing him to take his lawyer? You got to find the right lawyer that's going to work for you, right or wrong.
Yeah, you just caught a stray. The fuck? Like, what y'all talking about? Y'all talking about y'all, and y'all keep talking. I don't mess with people. I'm not gonna be with anybody because of what they have. I like people because of how they treat me. Okay.
I.e., she like broke niggas. Mm-hmm.
And if I'm with somebody, they treat me great. Y'all don't know what a downgrade is. A downgrade. Why? Because somebody not on you. Who y'all think? Because I know bitches that fuck with niggas that's billionaires, and the nigga won't buy him a cup of soup. Okay, so be careful what a downgrade is. And even if the money shit, like you can only when people talk about how much money they got and how rich they are, and this, I just be laughing. You could only fool broke people to think that you got more money than what you have, because people who really got it be looking at you like, stop, like please, just stop. Like, just stop. Like, what are y'all talking about? Like, nobody's realer than me. Like, nobody. Even this right here. I'm looking, what is this? 4,300 people here. Because y'all want to hear what's going, like, this is not, shouldn't even have to be here. I literally was with the same person from when I was in my 20s, 24, met them. I'm not going to say the second that I met them, like, that's what, but 25, 26, absolutely. I got married when I was 27 years old. Okay? If anybody ran into niggas the other day when they were sad, it was because it was my anniversary. And I was trying to get things out. I looked like, yo.
Remember, Pap said she called him or text him happy anniversary and stuff like that. Now it's, I was trying to get him to get things done with the divorce.
Could we not go into another year of this? Could you just, and it has nothing to do, anybody's like, you could just, I can just go and be like, here. But you know what that is? Addresses become public information. Certain issues and shit that happens that becomes public information. Why? Like, I never thought in a million years, like, yo, all right, cool. Let's just say we do not be together one day. You the whole ops? Really? Really? I don't care how old somebody is, 25, 35, 40. I don't care about none of that. None of that has anything to do with me. I just don't understand why when every time somebody has something to promote, talk about that. Talk about whatever your endeavor is that you have coming up. It's so easy. It is so, the same publicists that y'all use to push stories out, that's the same publicist that before you walk into the room, you say, hey, anything about Ram, anything about this? I don't want to talk about that. That's it. It never happens. So when people are like, they asked, you could say, don't talk about it. Because I would do that. If I didn't care, I'm like, I don't care what y'all ask me. I say what I want to say.
Why can't that be for her? She can say what she want to say as well. I mean, what's good for the goose got to be good for the gander. You cannot control what other grown people do. You have to let adults be adults. And she is attached to your estranged husband, so people are going to ask about it. Why should she avoid? I think she was very pleasant in how she responded. Like, I don't even know her and I don't have a problem with her. So why are you so mad?
I've been on that before, but when you really don't care, you really not about. You think people don't be trying to ask me stuff? And I'll be like, what? You understand? Do you understand? I'm not walking around here parading anybody around or doing this and that with anybody because it's not done. It's not cool. It's not right. But like, it's if you're wifey material, right? Let me cook for a minute, right? That's what's the true person? That's what you say. Let me cook for a minute, right? if you're wifey material, the person that wants you to be their wife will then disassociate themselves on every level from every other person that they're with and make you their wife. I know, because I've been there before. You understand? They're not going to have you out here being called a side bitch, a mistress, or any of these other things, and making you think they're telling you the truth. And that what? Let me guess. I'm keeping my daughter away. I would never. And let be clear, I would never, ever. My lawyer will tell you guys, I don't want full custody. The custody is joint down the middle. I didn't make her by myself. I paid for her to be here by myself because we did that IVF. I paid for it by myself, but I ain't make her by myself. You think I'm gonna be stuck and trapped down and can't go nowhere and can't do nothing, can't do this? Like, come get her. Come pick her up. Yes, come on. Come on. Come on. Stop. King Riz, that's your name? King Riz. How you know? Where you getting that from? From what you've seen in the blogs? Because I haven't been talking, because I'm not supposed to. Anybody that told a lie or anything was to protect me, the person who was supposed to protect me, the only thing that ever even was put out. I've been being threatened. I'll put out videos of you having sex. I'll put out video. Please get me lit. Get me lit. Please get me lit. Put out my sex tape. Please get me lit. Like what? You think that I was able to do everything I was because the box trash? It's not. You think that's another thing I don't like. Oh, she was held down while she was in jail. I was who I was when I went to prison. My royalty check still came in. I gave power of attorney so that they could write checks and go on my account and do this. I was buying Christmas gifts, not just for my son, for 3 other children that I was still getting to know. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yes, I was paying rent in a house that I paid rent in at least 3 different apartments that I never seen a day in my life.
That's dumb.
And you know what I came home to? I have shit. I have $1 when I came home. I loved though, and I was okay with that. Because I know me, I'm a hustler, I'm a grinder, I know I'm gonna get it. I always got it out the mud, I know I'm gonna get it. And I was okay with that. You know what? Sit back, let me do this. You understand? The people I love in hip hop, one executive in particular who I heard was doing this behind the scenes recently. Can't believe you. That was crazy. How you gonna be talking crazy like y'all ain't see me? Like y'all ain't see me taking 15, 20, 25,000 off of my fee to put it on that, or to put it on his fee. Raise Jace. When did somebody raise my son? What? My son lives with his father for a year or 2 while I was away, and with my mother, who the entire time I was sending the money from jail, sending boxes of sneakers, boxes of underclothes. Like, stop, don't ever play with me, y'all. Stop playing with me. I told you, and this is not, I'll be very clear. I'm not angry. I'm not upset. This is not an attack on this woman. His current comment, because that I went through. I have the police footage, the cam when everything went left 2 days before my daughter's 6th birthday, of him trying to kick my window in because I was in that car with his phone like this, sending because I don't go. I'm not a bitch that go through niggas' phones. You understand? My phone gets gone through all the time. Imagine remodeling your kitchen, spending about $150,000 by yourself, remodeling your kitchen. And the workers keep coming, you showing you little recording devices that was hidden everywhere. Like, what?
Because he was trying to build his case for his divorce. Girl, stop it. Stop it. But Remy is a bitter Betty. That's not where it ends. Okay, we're going to touch on this a little bit. She's showing receipts. She mad. She's saying she not mad. She the realest.
Come on.
Woo! Oh, I'm never posting nothing because people don't understand. When I type shit out and when I write shit, they don't understand. I am live as we speak. When I type things in, people don't understand. Turn that camera on, ugly, and tell your lies. Don't type your lies. Tell them. Speak while people talking to you. You read the comments. You can't keep up with them if you do that, right? I'll wait. Because I've been sitting by my phone all fucking day because I know you can't take the L. You can't take the public people not on your dick. You can't take that, right? Every time you come up, mentions me, says anything, or do anything that I don't like, every time your current come up situation, I'ma drag you. And every time you bring your little girly self on here and saying something, I'ma drag you. Every time, Willie. I'm gonna drag you every time, Willie. Every time. I was just trying to get back with you yesterday. Get back with what? Get back with what? Why the fuck would I be trying to get back with you, sir? Stop lying to these people. Did y'all look at the date on that file? Oh, it's so easy to file. He filed that today.
It's giving she's bothered. It's giving Pap struck a nerve.
He filed this today. Who gave you the money? They gave you the money. You should be thankful. Look at me doing you favors again. I got y'all lit. All the blogs pick y'all up. You can use all my perks, all my front row perks, all my jewelry perks, all my jacket perks. Y'all lit. I got y'all lit. And look at me again, still doing you favors. I got your lawyer retained. Look at him. Look at him over there. Emotional. You're an emotional creature. Men are emotional creatures. You know, I have no ill will towards you, Papoose. Men are just emotional creatures. You over there on your little Instagram page where I helped you get all your little followers. Oh, I was trying to get back here. Y'all, would y'all like to see my messages from yesterday? Here's my phone right here. Would y'all like to see my messages from yesterday? Let's go to my messages. Let's go. Let's flip this real quick. This is my messages. Look what he saved as. Bozo. Let's scroll down. Let's go to yesterday. This is yesterday. Let's go up. Look at him being my friend. Sending me pictures of the baby. My daughter's asleep. This is Tuesday. My daughter's asleep at 11:18. My daughter's asleep. She's asleep. This she sleep. This is the other day. This is the other day. Everything's fine, right? Ain't no issues. You ain't telling you sending those type of texts at 11 something at night, right? Okay, what I said, leave my baby alone. She should be thanking me. That's it. Everything he had yesterday at 10:59. Can you send me your lawyer's name and number? Just call my lawyer again. Like I told you, you have not retained or paid her. Tell Clarence to pay it. He will do it. I'm on hold. We'll be speaking to my lawyer shortly. I have no clue who that is. Spoke to my lawyer. We are meeting Saturday. Then we'll be ready for mediation. My lawyer just spoke to the person who said was your lawyer, and she stated she still hasn't been retained and that you should reach out, that she'll reach out to you. I'm tired of y'all playing public image games with me, and I'm being the bigger person, not playing back. I tried to be nice, but you played in my face. Garbage day is tomorrow, which is today. All things not belonging to me and my daughter will be on the curb tonight. I've been storing it for over 6 months. That's over 2. I spoke to my attorney again. She did not speak to your attorney since her and I spoke.
See, I didn't. The other live, she showed the bag for his supposed stuff. And of course, she bigged herself up. I bought the bags from Amazon. Well, Pap said he don't want his stuff.
We are meeting Saturday, which is the soonest her schedule allows. After that, we will be ready to proceed. The graduation is June 6th, right? No, it's June 5th. Stupid. Get back what you win. That's what. Stop playing with me.
Remy, stop playing in our face for real, because a phone conversation could have been had. We don't know if it was said on the phone or not. So you stop playing with us. Like,
time you say something, I'm a bomb you. Shall I scroll back to when you was in Africa and people was wishing they got their shots? Shall I scroll back to then? Let me scroll back to then. Play with me. Play with me. Play with me. And my daughter goes to bed at 9:30 at night. 10:30 on a bad night. So if he's telling you I was talking to call my daughter, it's a lie. My daughter has her own phone. She has her own phone. Okay? Stop playing with me, sir. Oh, and you just filed that today. Look at the date. For anybody that just came in and just missed that, don't play with me, sir. Don't play with me.
I don't think he's playing with you. He's got his lawyer. You should be happy, Remy. You're about to be a free woman. Paying alimony.
Nobody was trying to get you back. If I wanted to get you back, all I had to do was just listen to the cries and the pleading. I have that too. You want me to play the audio of you crying? Or do you want me to place the footage of you sleep on the couch?
He's trying to fight for his marriage and you're trying to humiliate him for that. Disgusting. She thinks this makes her look good. It doesn't.
What happened? The last time that you was over there, and I was like, bro, this ain't it. Stop. You're never going to win this with me because I don't care anymore. Listen to me. Look at me. The woman that you knew, she is gone. You have successfully got rid of her. That lady that gave you grace, that saved face for you, that took the hit so that we both don't look crazy, even if it made me look crazy, because I feel like, oh, you know what? My celebrity could take it. Yours can't believe I could take the hit. She's gone. She's gone. Now go explain that. Matter of fact, let's scroll down. Oh yeah, and there was no shots to go to Africa. It was pills. How do I know? Because the text came to my phone because he's still on my health insurance. He just didn't want you to go. That's all. So he could sit over there and call me every day about how being here just makes me think about everything.
Because he loved your narcissistic ass. He loved you. Right. I feel like she's definitely gaslighting Leslie.
Play with me. Don't play with me. Not yesterday. I was laid up yesterday. Was I not laid up? Were we not laid up? Oh. What? Ew. I don't even like the cologne you wear. It's gross. Ew. Come on. And you got me blocked. Emotional. Why I'm blocked? How you popping shit and try to talk shit about me and got me blocked? I can't even see it. Thankfully, I know you can't take an L. I know you over there losing your mind trying to figure out what she gonna do next. I'm gonna do everything. Everything that you think that I might not do, I'm going to do. Everything.
I think everything she doing is calculated.
Everything. Stop lying through them fucking teeth that I paid for. You fucking liar.
All right, Remy, sugar mama. And now you on to your next sugar baby.
And go ahead and say I ain't paid for, so I could call my daughter godmother and send a fucking receipt.
Guess what? We don't care, Remy. You want to know why? Because that's what married people do for each other at the end of the day. And now you're bitter and mad because you spent all that money.
Go ahead. It's not sad. What's sad is that a grown man, Mr. Breckland, Mr. Real Nigga, you sitting here like a girl posting on your page, to make somebody that you just told me. I don't even know why y'all have a problem. I just met her. I don't even know why she's mad at you. I just met her. Doing all that. Like, stop playing with me. Secure your bag, bro. Secure your bag. Trying to get back with you. Are you crazy? No, Jew, don't add please nothing. Let her go. 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 Fuck out of here. What you talking about? Y'all got me fucked up. My lips all dry and shit. I'm in the mall trying to be low, trying to get me an outfit for tomorrow. And now this is when you want to come post. I've been waiting all day. I promise you. Promise you. By the way, my stepson called me. Want me to put him on my live? I'll put him on my live and let him go. I'll let him go. Mr. Great Dad, Mr. Great Husband. I will add him to my live and let him go on you. He told me thank you. I felt bad after because I didn't even realize that. Like, oh shit, I could have just possibly put him in and said thank you. Thank you, Remy. You weirdo. I'm really saying try to, oh, you a girl. You a girl. Look at him, emotional.
And you a stud. How about that?
Stop playing with me, sir. Stop playing with me. Matter of fact, let me get the Africa post on cock. Hold up. And the only reason why, if anybody's wondering why is he still on my health insurance, because it's against the law in New Jersey while you're going through a divorce to take them off of your health insurance. So unfortunately, I can't. Hold on. Let's scroll. Let me get those ready. Send me Shorty number. I send it directly to her. I send you the whole video thing that I literally entertained just because I knew this day was gonna come. Weirdo. Weird to the dome. Hold on. We in Africa, right? I ain't go to Sierra Leone. Hold on. Hold up. You call me later. You call me back, call me later. I'm busy. Hold on, sending me videos. Yo, right now it's 1 minute. I can't make this up if I wanted to. Why do I care what degrees is out there? Small talk. Videos of everything that's going on. Yo, how do they balance that? I'm not gonna lie, the molar carts is fire. It's only 92 degrees. I'm assuming it's supposed to rain. This and that's not, you already know when they give the temperature. Everything was fine. Look at me, you dressing like Brooklyn over there. You better get some kente cloth. I hate traveling with a bunch of stuff. Stop it. You have clothes. Look, I hate traveling with a bunch of stuff and I don't have any clothes anymore. I wear the same things all the time. Stop it. You have clothes. You just don't want to come get them. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? What you talking about? Don't play with me. Don't play with me. And the last time you was at the house, when you was in the closet, remember? I recorded that too because you're a weirdo. So now I gotta do your weirdo tactics and record you and keep record of stuff.
Yo, she has no empathy, no compassion for the fact that he's brokenhearted. That shit is cold.
Weirdo. Come back again. Stupid.
Oh boy. So as a result of all of this, like Clarissa decided to respond, but Remy,
congratulations, you played yourself.
You look dumb. You look stupid. And that's because you got a dumbass little boy leading you. Let's get into Clarissa. All right. So she decides to address Remy's recent comments. Jesus Christ. This is like 3 hours I'll never be able to get back in my life. So she posted a Twitter. She said, I'm a read in between the lines type of person, even if the lines are lies. I have a lot of respect for the truth. I heard so many lies today. It was crazy. One, if my Breakfast Club interview triggered her that much, just wait till I address the lies she told today. Two, Papoose is not my manager. She did say that. She said, Mark Tefa Media is my manager. I don't let nothing or nobody play with my money. Since I've been with Pap, he has created opportunities for me to get the bag. So all that talk was cap. Three, don't try and diminish this man's character. Pap is a helpful man. That's just how he is. It take a lot to piss me off. He's very loyal and solid. Word is bond to him. 4, we've been living our best life since mid-August last year. I really enjoyed our private relationship for reasons like this. All these people judging a situation they know nothing about. Pap was separated way before I came along, but he not divorced, baby. 5, Honda, Airbnbs, hotels, man, stop. It's crazy how everybody broke. I'm sorry to tell you, but I fight too good to be broke. All my cars are 2022 and 2023s. Pap drives a Benz and got his own place. Everyone knows my houses I got. No need to speak lies when the truth will set you free. Period. Good night. Now, if I wake up tomorrow to some more, it's going to be a problem. So she posted her at the interview, and she said, "Ask Clarissa Shield exactly this delusional lady been wanting to speak on me. I tried her lying."
I type things in.
Okay. Is this Pap?
People.
When somebody is just truthful with you from the beginning, there is no secrets. It's just, hey, this is what it is. And do you accept or do you not accept? That's kind of what it was. And he's been truthful from the beginning. Women are women. I don't care who brought up what. It's nothing.
She's definitely bothered. Okay. And I think her big head as boy toy Papoose knockoff said something. Oh, this fabulous. Sometimes to get over a loss, you gotta reminisce on a win. What's this? Fabulous. Oh, he was giving advice to Remy. Sometimes to get over a loss, you gotta reminisce on a win. And reminisce is Papoose and Remy Ma's daughter's name. And Papoose came back, clapped back. Papoose, ladies, can you imagine tricking on a ninja that looked like this, child? Pap is crazy. Thumbs up this video. Oh, Nichelle, thank you so much for the super chat. She said, let me make it worth your while. Thank you so much. Love you, love you, love you. So Papoose responded. He said, ladies, can you imagine tricking on a ninja that looked like this at Remy Sugar Ma? All my designer jewelry came with certificates with my name on it, verifying that I purchased it. Pawned your jewelry? Stop lying. You've been spending my money for years. Also, the money you made was made of the music that I wrote. Heard the knockout victim said I was obsessed with him. Ninja, I beat the dog-ish out of you and stomped you out. You had 5 ninjas with you. I was by myself. Shout out to Jack Boy Maine. He was there. And many, many others. Thank you. Heard she bought the bum who never had jewelry in his life before he met her a Rolex. And that's BS chain. Papoose is crazy. Papoose is crazy. Remy Sugar Ma. Let me see if it's some more. So Remy Ma class back, and she says, if you just turned 30 and allegedly just met someone 8 months ago, that is 47 years old that I knew since you were 10 and was married to them since you were 13. And he has 4 biological children, one age 28 but will be 29, one age 25, and another age 24 but will be 25 soon, and a 6-year-old baby, and currently promising you a newborn while finally agreeing to divorce 18 hours, 54 minutes, and 3 seconds ago. Please refrain from speaking. Girl. Girl. This is dumb. This is stupid. This is retarded. But that's the Remy Ma versus Papoose saga. Y'all let me know what y'all think. Take her home. Ninja Turtle looking ass. Yes. Papoose caught that. He definitely caught that. You know, at the end of the day, divorce is like war. All right. You know, they could both be out here pleading their cases. At the end of the day, is what you could prove to that divorce judge. And Remy Ma, he's got a lot of evidence of you cheating on him. Bottom line, which means in New Jersey, and we looked up the laws, you know, he could be entitled to some alimony. So Remy Sugar Ma, you still may be on the hook to take care of your estranged husband. That's just the bottom line. I appreciate every last one of you joining me for this long live. Okay, we got the wedding this weekend. I'm going to try to make the trial next week for y'all, so we can get some live coverage. But I appreciate every last one of you joining me. Let's leave it in the comments. Please remember to like, comment, and share this video out. The person you marry and the person you divorce are different people. Absolutely. That is so true. And Remy, you was okay being Papoose sugar mama all throughout the marriage. Don't be mad about it now. Don't brag on it now. It's too late. It's over. It's over. And you should have put your big girl panties on and left the relationship when you became unhappy. Period. All right. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe if you're not subscribed. Shout out to all my new subscribers. Love you all. Happy Memorial Day weekend to everyone. Please stay safe out there. And I'll be posting on my Instagram this weekend all the wedding footage. So until next time, Nighty Crew, I'm out. 1.